Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
And keep me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money, money.
All out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, fantasy football hustler, back at ya. And we got another draft kicking off. This is a best ball draft. It is a fast draft, 60-second clocks. It's Superflex, it's IDP. There's 3 flex spots. Let's go. 420 crew members in the house. What up? We got our man Crispy in the house. What up, losers? Right here, Crispy. Right there. Dion in the house. What up, extra sauce? Ghost Monkey in the house. Salute to the crew. Let's get ready to smoke it up. And don't forget, you can feed the jukebox so you can get some songs played here. We're going to get some smoking going. We're going to get some drafting going. We got CMC Bijan Robinson at the 102. The highest I've ever seen him drafted. Oh, shit. Extra sauce. And we got Josh Allen off the board 3rd. You can't run on Twitch. What up? So, best ball. It's a fantasy football draft. Best ball is a format where you draft, and then every single week, the app makes your best players. The app makes your best players start weekly. So it is. There's no management involved, and a lot of people like it because we're all addicted to drafting, but the management ends up being a lot if you have a ton of what's it called, of leagues. So best ball is kind of like this nice sweet spot where you don't have to manage. These are $11 to get in, and there is thousands and thousands of dollars at stake. This is the 71st division drafting. No, this is for the 2024 season. This is we're kicking this off very, very soon. Hell yeah. I'm going to change some things around here, but it's super, super fun. If you want to join in, you can join our community for free. You go to 420crew.com. You can join as a free member. It's Patreon. I know a lot of people are familiar with Patreon, so you can get there for free, and you can get notified of all the new drafts and everything that are going down. Super, super fun times. All right. Let's see. So we got after Josh Allen, we had CD Lamb off the board. Lamar Jackson as the number 2 QB off the board. Patrick Mahomes, Amon-Ra St. Brown, CJ Stroud, Tyreek the Freak, and Justin Jefferson. Yep, just went. Yeah, Tyreek usually goes at the end of the first or the early second. That's when I've been seeing him go off the board. Might be higher when we actually get to redraft season. And this league, you can start 2 QBs. So I know there may be some people like, oh, why the hell are QBs getting drafted in the first round? But you can start 2 QBs. So you will see QBs go a lot higher in these drafts than you will in leagues that are just single QB leagues. Just for anybody who might be watching this on replay wondering why the hell QBs are going so high. But this was the first time. This is the highest that I've ever seen Bijan go at the 102. Shout out to our man Dion Extra Sauce. Hey, Bees Barbarians in the house. What up, homie? Oh, shit. Where the hell is John at? This motherfucker's about to auto draft. Dude. At least it didn't make him auto draft twice in a row. I tagged him in the chat. And you can't run. So what do you think about KC's hopes and dreams of the rugby player coming in with stupid speed? With the new kickoff rules, I really feel like that's where he could make an impact. I don't know if you've heard about the new kickoff rules, but there's actually going to be kick returns this year. I guarantee that there is going to be more kick return yards this year than ever before. And if they utilize him as kind of like a kick return like specialist, I mean, I'm not saying the sky's the limit. I doubt he really plays on offense, but I think he could be a good role player on special teams for them. Could be big on special teams, but special teams are starters also. They are starters also. Hell yeah. Crispy said Superflex is the only way. Yeah. Single QB. I mean, you pretty much, you nearly eliminate the QB position, and that kind of sucks. What up, Mike? He said Bijan does better than CMC this year. Woo! That's a bold statement there. That is a bold statement. But the way that they are stroking him off, though, I mean, the Atlanta coaches, I mean, saying that, I mean, really all they've said is that they want to get him the ball as often as possible, which no shit. You better. Yep, perfect. Okay, you can't run already knows about the new rules. Yep, same as the UFL. Yeah, they copied it. I think they tweaked it a little bit. I'm not even sure exactly what they tweaked, but very, very similar. Yeah, they took it from the UFL. I said we need another Dante Hall, bro. Dante Hall, one of the best kick return, punt returners of all time. Dante Hall was the man. We were talking about kick returners the other day when we were talking about the new rules and how that could come into play for fantasy football and stuff like that. Yeah, Dante Hall was the man. Let's see what Mike say. Has a coach now that knows how to use them. Yeah, I mean, a guy like Bijan, I don't understand how a coach wouldn't know how to use him. You get him the ball as often as possible. Like, what else do you need to know? Like, he's a guy, you get him into open space, he's breaking it off. I know there's a fine line between like overusing, some guys. And let's see. So after Tyreek and Justin Jefferson, the 109, 110, we got Jamar Chase at the 111, Hurts at the 112, Breece Hall at the 201, Joe Burrow. Look at Ghost Monkey. He said my first share of Burrow or Chase, and you got the stack. Nice. Jahmyr Gibbs at the 2-3, and then Jordan Love. Okay. And Garrett Wilson, man. Garrett Wilson keeps moving up higher and higher. You can't run to special teams, special plays, special players. Yes, sir. If you're a star on special teams like that, I mean, that's where you got to shine sometimes. If you're, just cracking in. And I talked about how special teams, I think, is so underrated. I talked about a Chargers team that they were number 1 in offense, number 1 in defense in 2010, and they had the number 32 special teams, and they didn't even make the playoffs. Like, it's insane. Our man Mike took Puka. Crispy took AJ Brown. I mean, I would have taken AJ Brown over a Garrett Wilson as well. AJ Brown's just Mr. Consistent. He always has been, and now he's getting more volume. Saquon Barkley, back-to-back Eagles right there at the 208, and Jonathan Taylor at the 29. Let's go. You can't run so we're spelling Burrow the wrong way. He doesn't get his W back until he wins the Super Bowl. Oh, man. Yeah, I had super high hopes for Burrow last year. Like, such high hopes, man. I really thought with Orlando Brown coming over there, he's like the guy who creates like quarterback MVPs. And he got hurt, and then everything else kind of sucked. And you can't run. I'm gonna throw in the link for YouTube because we got more people watching on YouTube than Twitch. I don't care where people watch, but I know some people like to watch where there is where there's more people commenting in the chat and stuff. And Jamie said, damn, I said, ran late at work, want to get in on this draft. There'll be more, bro. There'll be more. We got a draft on Sunday, 5 p.m. West Coast, so 8 for you. And then Wednesday is going to be the next draft after that. So we got slow drafts filling all the time as well. Dak off the board after Jonathan Taylor. Anthony Richardson off the board. Extra sauce going nothing but high upside with those picks. Good old Glass Joe from Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Oh, man. Yeah, that still pisses me off. Prime time, Steven in the house. What up, bro? Mike said, dude, I did one of these last week at the 12 spot, and I got Bijan and Richardson. What the fuck? That'd be crazy how that worked out, right? Crazy how that worked out. I mean, could have got Anthony Richardson at the 12 spot in this one, but yeah, crazy how far he fell. I mean, he's really good. I've seen Anthony Richardson go all over the board in the second round, but pretty much seems like he is going for the second round. Hey, you can't run over here. Jeremy made it to YouTube. Thanks, brother. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate showing love on multiple platforms. Because, yeah, we're always live. Every time I go live, I mean, right now we are live on, we're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook in multiple places. We're live on multiple YouTube channels. We're live on Twitch, obviously. We're live on Twitter, a.k.a. X.
Give it to you.
We're live on Instagram, and we're live on Rumble, even though I think Rumble's having some issues right now. Oh, no, there it goes. Now it's back. Yeah, we're live on Rumble as well. All right, let's see. So after, woo! This is funny because in the draft that we did on Tuesday, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray were picked at the 212 and the 3-1. And I said, I much rather would have taken Kyler Murray at the 212 just so it looks on paper like I got Marvin Harrison Jr. at a better spot at the 3-1 in the third round instead of end of the second round. But that's crazy. 2 drafts in a row. We get the exact same 212 and 3-1 picks there. I want that stack. And it was not the same person either. Let's see. After Murray, Purdy, Derrick Henry, shit. Song wasn't waiting to see if he would fall to the 410 in this draft. Tua going next. Kyren Williams, and then Jared Goff. Oh, man, Mike's pissed. He said, crispy, you dog. Man, and some of these ones, like the thing that is fun about these best ball drafts is that none of them are exactly the same because people have their different ideology about players. And Jared Goff, I feel like in one of these drafts, maybe the one on Tuesday, he went like the 5th round, you know? So yeah, you really like you have to be water, my friends. You have to be water in these drafts. Anything is possible. Jared Goff at the 3-6. Then we got Sam Laporta at the 3-7 and Travis Etienne at the 3-8. There we go. And you can't run. So no team defense. No team defenses in here, but you will be drafting individual defensive players. So we never know when it's going to crack off. Sometimes I see it cracked off in the 7th, 8th round, sometimes 9th, 10th round, but you'll start seeing the individual defensive players go. That's the only way to go. That's the only way to go. I hate team defense. It's so team defense, I feel like was invented to like make fantasy football like easier for people. I think and individual defensive players aren't hard. I just feel like, well, team defense is just way easier because you pick one person and you're getting like 11 players. Nope, not yet. You can't run, not yet. I bet it's going to be happening any second now because he usually goes in the 3rd. So whoever snatches him, I'm not even going to say who it is, but whoever snatches him in the 4th is going to be getting great value because I've seen him be taken in the 2nd before. Let's see. We got Pacheco at the 3-9. Lawrence at the 3-10, Josh Jacobs at the 3-11, Caleb at the 3-12, and Chris Olave at the 4-1. Ghost Monkey going Drake London, now doubling up on his wide receivers. Ooh, Bees Barbarians snatching up Herbert. What a tandem in T-Law and Herbert there. A chain, Aaron Rodgers. Woo! Aaron Rodgers went like the 6th round in the last one. Woo! Yeah, see this one way more QB heavy than we were in the last draft. Nah, Mostert's not retired. You just got A-Chain, who everyone is assuming is going to be the guy. I mean, had he not gotten hurt, he might have been the guy. Travis Kelce ain't falling past Crispy. Man, what a fucking pick by Crispy at the 4-7. So you got Matt Stafford at the 4-6, and then Crispy just swooping on Kelce and all that value right there at the 4-7. That is for sure got to be the lowest that Kelce's ever been drafted in this tournament. Has to be, because he's mostly drafted in the 3rd round. Jaden Daniels, look at Shawshank getting his running QBs over there. Oh, Jaden Daniels actually has a picture added now. He actually has a picture added now. Finally giving Jaden Daniels some respect over there. There we go. And Waddle next off the board. And then Trey McBride. See, look at that. I mean, Travis Kelce going 3 picks in front of McBride. BS said I waited long as hell last time. Didn't result that much. Yeah, I mean, that's you really got to read the room. Really got to read the room, because you could tell in this one, QB started going a little faster at one point. Like you get to the beginning of the 3rd and all those QBs start going. I mean, you probably could have waited later in the other ones and been okay. But yeah, this one seems like anyone is anyone even... Yeah, everybody has a QB. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams already have 2 QBs. We barely made it into the 5th round. So this one's definitely a little bit QB, way more QB heavy. You can't run. I think Casey's offense will be close to what it was the first year when Mahomes had 50 TDs. Man, I hope so, because I got Mahomes in so many places. I would love to see Mahomes go for 5K and 50 touchdowns again. Always a good year if we have a QB who's doing that. Fun to watch, and it's great for our fantasy pieces. And hey, all you fuckers who are watching supposedly on Twitter, aka X, let's get some comments in the chat. Looks like we got a few dozen people watching on X. I really feel like it's Elon's just bots, his robots over there, just watching people's live streams and not commenting. Throw a comment in on X. After Trey McBride, we got Brandon Ayuk at the 4-11, James Cook at the 4-12, Alvin Kamara at the 5-1. It was funny because on Tuesday, I think I gave someone a B+ on their running back room, and they had CMC, and I was like, I don't even know if I've given anybody a B+ with CM. Like usually if you have CMC, you're pretty much an A unless you like have no other RBs like at all, or maybe like trash RBs in addition to CMC. He wanted to make sure that he got an A for that running back room. Good job. Good job, Dunleavy. And let's see, after Kamara, Zamir White. Rashad White and then Zamir White. Man, that threw me off. Song jumping on Zamir White there in the 5th round. Kirk Cousins at the 5-4. That seems about right. Seems about right on par for where he's been going. Let's see. All right, we're gonna have to get some tunes going here. Let's see. Who's going to feed the jukebox? Who's going to feed the jukebox? I'll get a song going, and then you guys feed the jukebox after. You know what? That was a good one. Let's see. DK Metcalf and Zay Flowers off the board. Shout out to everyone watching across all of the social media platforms. While we're here and got a bunch of people watching, I'm going to shout out the producers of the show, which are our hardcore Patreon members and 420 crew members, all of our all access peeps, the elite members, the superstar members, the ultimate members, the guys who are subscribed on multiple platforms, amongst other things. We appreciate you guys. Back to the draft. If you guys want to become a producer of the show, you want to join at 420crew.com, just get on the superstar tier or higher, and you're going to be added to the list of producers and our show credits. Oh. Mike said Swift at the 612. He didn't go running back there. That would have been funny if he would have did it. After Zay Flowers, we got Debo at the 612, and then we got Baker at the 7-1. Baker at the 7-1. Wherever you're watching the show, hit the like button, hit the share button. For all you fucks watching on X,
Let's go, pivot to your what?
hit that like button and hit that share button, you sons of bitches. Go do it. Do it now. All you Twitter fucks, do it now. I want to see some shit changing on that live stream. I want to know that people are actually like paying attention, like over there to the live stream, and actually watching. I mean, we got a few dozen people on X watching. Nobody has commented. I don't think anybody's liked the video. I'm going to keep talking shit about X because all you guys are fake bots over there for Elon. Do better, Elon. They should be sharing. They should be liking the post right now, and they should be sharing it. You can make the bots do that. Let's see. Dion, extra sauce, went with Amari the Pooper Scooper. We got Tank Dell off the board, and then Najee off the board at the 7-4. We are at the 7-4 draft pick right now. And the way that you can feed the jukebox, for anybody wondering, you can throw in some bits on Twitch. You can throw in the YouTube video as well, make it easier for me to find it. You can do it through Zelle. You can do it through let me see where else. You can do it through Zelle. There goes Song right there, supporting on Rumble. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Rumble's the other place where I really want to get people joining over is Rumble. Rumble is very, very similar to YouTube, except it's more hardcore. We could do more stuff there than we could do anywhere else. Daniela, what up, homegirl? You going to get into the draft with us on Sunday? We got another draft on Sunday at 5 p.m. West Coast time. You the man, Song. Thanks for feeding the jukebox. I'm adding your entries. I'm adding your entries right now for our next raffle. The next raffle is probably not going to be until the beginning of preseason, but we are literally like a month away from that. Literally a month away. Preseason, I mean, it starts right at the end of July. I mean, the first official game is going to be the Hall of Fame game that goes down on August 1st. And Daniela, join on Patreon, 420crew.com. You can join for free, and then you can download the Patreon app, and it's like our private social media app, and you can be in the loop, like on all the new drafts and everything. All right, after Najee, we got Worthy off the board.
Let's go, pivot to your what?
James Conner. Damn, Jonathan Brooks, he keeps going higher and higher. He keeps moving up. And there we go. We got Swift off the board at the 7-3 there. And Song, send YouTube videos. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Matt is subscribed as well over there. I'm pretty sure he's a free member. But yeah, always better if you have it on your, if you have it on your own, you have your own login on the app and whatever. It's free. So both of you guys could sign up for free. All right, let's see. We got after Swift, we got JJ McCarthy, T. Higgins, Scary Terry McLaurin, Romy Rome Dunze, and George Kittle at the 8-1. George Kittle at the 8-1. There we go. All right. Song's keeping it real West Coast in the house. Getting this Tupac Loaded up right now. Here we go. Loading up. Here we go. Nick Chubb off the board at the 8-2. Ha! There goes Watson.
Hello, ladies.
Let me know. Was that drop choppy? I know the shorter drops don't get choppy, but for today's draft, insane on how much quicker these the QBs are going off the board. Insane. So I just gotta be water. Gotta be water. Keenan Allen and David Njoku off the board next. Yeah, Mike said I'll make it work though. The 7 spot is hell though. Yeah, I mean, you have some. You might. I mean, I don't know if you have the dopest wide receivers, in the like out of the draft, but I know you have to have like one of the best wide receiver rooms, like out of the draft. Got to be up there. All right, let's see. So I shared the video to a bunch of places on so I'm just checking to see if anybody commented on the post. Let's see. After Njoku, we got Lad McConkey off the board. Jaden Reed, Drake May, TJ Hawkinson. And I'm still waiting for all you people, all you fucks. Yeah, not all you people, all you fucks on X to actually leave a comment, like, or share. Let's go, give it to you. Let's go, X. Step it up, you fuckers. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, shit. Even fucking Bo Nix and Will Levis going in the 9th round. Like, those are guys who are going double-digit rounds. I don't remember. I'm sure that there's some where they went in single digits, but those are like the last of the last starters usually, drafted, and Bo Nix isn't even 100% for sure a starter. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, this one's crazy. This one's crazy. I like it. Got to keep everyone on their toes. For anyone who thinks like, all the ADP is going to stay the same. I mean, it's not. We got a bunch of people who are doing a bunch of these drafts, but yeah, like people are really following trends in the draft versus, I don't know, like following the trends in the draft versus like putting shit off because, I mean, now everybody for sure has their 2 QBs. I mean, I think Mike was the last person to sew up his 2 QBs there. Yeah, and then you got 3 QBs. Man, see, I would have drafted Derek Carr first and tried to get Bo Nix in double-digit rounds. I mean, Derek Carr might warrant a 9th round pick, but either way, you got it. So you did it the right way. And let's see. After Levi's, we had Keon Coleman, then JSN, Gino, Brock Bowers to end the 9th, and then Max Crosby in the 10th, Zach Moss, Hollywood, Micah Parsons, DeAndre Hopkins, Derek Carr, Gardner Minshew, looking crispy. Had to make sure he got his 3rd QB before there wasn't any more like potential starting QBs to snatch up. Man, a lot of social media stuff around Bronny James. Around Bronny James. Oh man. It's Oh man, I can't believe he got drafted. NBA is so trash. NBA is trash. I mean, there was a handful of guys who like, I mean, I don't know how guys are averaging like 2 to 4 points in college and they're even being drafted by the NBA. Like that makes no sense to me. Like I don't care if you're an ultra defender because you can't even play defense like that anymore. Like this, oh, Mio said I'm happy for Brownie. You could be happy for the kid, okay? But that's all he is. Like he's a kid whose daddy is like making things move. Like for him, the only thing that this draft proved is that white people aren't the only fucking privileged people out there. Okay, that's all this proved. Nepotism at its finest, man. And I know, and there was someone who was like, oh, people are talking shit about Bronny James getting drafted in the second round, but there's this bum in the first round who only averaged 2 points a game. He's a bum too. I just don't know who the fuck he is. I just don't know who he is. And that bum who only averaged 3 points a game got drafted that much higher than Bronny James. Like that just shows, oh man, see, even BS, even Bees said fucking Lakers, man. Dick Lickers, like, I mean, Lakers are a marketing, like they're just a marketing machine. Like that's what they are. Like they're not even a basketball team anymore. They're a fucking marketing company. Like that's all they are. Like they're doing these things to make fucking, they're doing these things to keep, said don't ruin the draft. I'm enjoying the draft. Man, this shit just keeps coming up and I have to talk about it. Such bullshit. Fucking Lakers. I know that there's a bunch of people who love it though. I mean, maybe it's like the old school heads, you know, like maybe it's the people who, I don't know, like maybe like if you're above Gen X or no, and if you're above Gen Z, I mean, if you're a millennial or a Gen Xer, I feel like you are going to hate the move. But man, they're really trying to appease the youth. Really trying to appease the youth is what it is. And Daniela said, who went first? Let's see. I mean, I didn't know like anybody like on this list. I know I don't pay attention to college basketball that much, but like I usually recognize some people's names. Like I didn't recognize like anybody's name. Zakari Rashaker? I don't even, it's like I can't even pronounce this motherfucker's name. Oh, he's from France. Okay. Oh, maybe that's why you got all these people coming. You got all these international players coming over. Maybe that's what it is. And B said, if you watch Bronny play and you think he needs to be drafted, it's laughable. The concept. Yeah, I really don't get it. And like, I feel like just because there's so many people like on like both sides of the spectrum that I'm probably going to be talking about it more. Because me saying Bronny is trash is going to be clickbait material, but he is trash. He is trash. It is trash. No, Matt, I think we were talking about the NBA draft, so I think she was talking about that. I could be wrong. She was here when we started the draft, and it was CMC. Let's see. Where did I leave off at? After Gardner Minshew, there's Raheem Mostert, then Roquan, Evan Ingram, Dion snatching Fields. He got the tandem there, got the Pittsburgh tandem. And then we got Ferguson to start the 11, Zaire Franklin, and then Spears, Bryce Young, Fred Warner, TJ Watt, Terrell Bernard off the board. Said she's nuts. Help me. All right. More and more. Yeah, every time you hear that beep, it's like Facebook. And just more things happening where I made a handful of posts and people are responding to it, talking shit. I love it. Love it. We want all the smoke. After Terrell Bernard, we got Taysom Hill, Tony Pollard, Rashee Rice, Romeo Dubs, Javonte Williams, and then Aiden Hutchinson and Nick Bosa. Man, John better get here. He's going to have like 1 billion IDP players. He's one person shy of his starting offense. Man, draft one more offensive player for him. All right, let's see. What else are we gonna get here? Let's see what other songs we got on here. The mob probably won't even hear it. But let's see. Then we got Eckler. Damn, Brian Robinson and Eckler going back to back. And Mike was pissed. I guess he wanted Brian Robinson there. Mr. B Rob the Mob. Yvonne Pace and Jerome Ford. When I say in all most likely of times too. All right, let's see. R.I.P. to Mac Miller. Let's get a Mac Miller song going. Get us in the right mood.
You know what I'm saying? It's 420. Pitch
Get us
off,
nice
baby,
and
get me fucked up, high as hell, right now.
All right,
So much
Daniela
weed
gave a thumbs
in my
up, so I'm
lungs.
assuming it
I'm
was a
really
thumbs
high.
up for
It's
the
like a
board.
fucking
Everybody
movie,
good with the
except
board?
I can't
Being
see 'cause
like
I'm so
that?
high. Thank you, TJ, for the
We're gonna be
tall
doing
ass
grades,
weed.
and I'll be
With
reading out
people
keys
running
after
more
the
weed.
fact.
Blah, 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 blah.
Man, you kids got some.
Man, is
Yeah,
John
some
just
other
gonna get
stuff,
all
man.
IDP the rest of the way? I hope not.
Man. Yeah, man.
Hey, you fucks on X,
Sound like a
aka
weekend
Twitter.
for
More people keep coming in. I wonder if that's because I keep mentioning
Make
X.
too many weed
I'm just gonna keep
songs.
trying it. Hit the
I
like
say you
button,
don't
hit
smoke
the
enough
share
weed.
button, you fuckers.
Bitch. Aha.
Miles Garrett and Will Anderson for John. Get high, get high, get high, get high, get high.
Grab it, break it, roll it up. Smoking joints, smoking blunts. Grab it, break it, roll it up. Smoking joints, smoking blunts. Grab it, break it, roll it up. Go ahead and roll it up. Roll it up. Go ahead and roll it up.
Feel good when you gon' get an O when you wanna roll the whole thing up. A little codeine in my cup with some funk, gon' take me up, yeah. I'm tryna get lifted, are you with it? Cause you ain't ever been this high before.
I'ma light my weed, inhale then blow that smoke. Got a bag full of good, we can talk, no air balloon, but let's float. We way up in the clouds, dancing on the stars. Keep breaking it down, then rolling up cigars. Paper for a blunt, let's roll it. Vaporizer, bong, let's bowl it. So gone, I'm feeling homesick. This chronic, so explosive.
I'm so high, so high, I'm so high, and I ain't coming down. Let's get high.
You're rocking with my nigga, 3J.
Let's get high, 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 get high.
Grab it, break it, roll it up. Smoking joints, smoking blunts. Grab it, break it, roll it up. Smoking joints, smoking blunts. Grab it, break it, roll it up. Go ahead and roll it up. Roll it up.
All right, let's
Go
see.
ahead and roll it up.
Got a little bit of
Chase Brown, Quay Walker. He's always swooping on Quay Walker late. I like it. Oh, I missed B-Wags. Man, look at Ghost Monkey swooping on B-Wags. Let's see. Daniil Hunter, Tyrell Dodson, Blake Corum, and Tyrell Lockett.
We just trying to get jet skied. My bong with ice, but no Gretzky. You trying to get high with me. Travel 30,000 feet into the sky with me.
And wherever you guys are watching, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Throw in a comment if you haven't already. We want to know who's here smoking with us. Uh-oh, there goes Leggett.
Never ever gonna sober up. If you wanna come show some love, just smoke my drugs. Hey.
Get high, get high, get high.
Grab it, break it, roll it up. Smoking joints, smoking
Smoke
blunts.
it
Grab it,
up.
break it, roll it up. Smoking joints, smoking blunts. Grab it, break it, roll it up. Go ahead and roll it up. Roll it up. Go ahead and roll it up.
Let's see, after Xavier Leggett,
Go give it to you.
Judy, and then Zeke off the board. All right, man. So there's gonna be let me see. There's gonna be some kind of, I think, yeah, hot boxing something. I forget what it's called, but there's gonna be some kind of fight going on at a dispensary, and like a sanctioned like fight, and a whole kind of event. And Jerome Baker is gonna be there. I'm gonna roll up with Jerome Baker. We should be doing a live podcast from there as well. Should be pretty cool. I'm gonna be helping Jerome Baker with their new TV series that's coming out. It's called Operation Pipe Dreams. It's gonna be super, super cool. And yeah, I'll show you guys a little preview right now. It's gonna be super dope. Hey, Derek, salute. Derek made it. And Oshnazi said, what format is this? It's Superflex. There is it's Superflex. There's no tight end spot, but there are 3 flex spots where you can play a tight end. And it's tight end premium as well. And then we have 5 IDP flex spots. Derek said, why y'all talking about LeBron? Because if there's trash to be talked about, I'm going to talk about the trash. It's the most popular thing happening in sports right now. It's literally all over the internet. And yeah, it's we're going to be talking about it. Going to be talking about it. Talking a lot of trash about it, Derek. You already know. Let's see. What the hell was I doing? Let's see. After Zeke, we got Jacoby Myers, Gabe Davis, Raheed Shaheed, Pat Fryermuth, and Brandon Cooks. All right, check this out. We'll do let's see. Peace out, Daniela. We'll see you next time. All right, check this out, guys. We'll get you a little 30-second preview of the show to come. It's a 2-minute clip, but I don't want it's just so long. We're just gonna do a little quick show, quick peep at it.
This is Tommy Chong. We have invited 12 of the most legendary glass blowers in the world to take part in a dope competition. Operation Pipe Dreamers.
How do you prepare for a competition like this?
Weeks and weeks of stress and heartache.
I smoke a lot of weed when I prepare for any competition. I do bong hits and percolate magical ideas.
Everything I've done is built up to this. There's only so much you can fake, you know what I mean? Got the lights on you, you gotta either perform or you don't.
It's gonna be super fun to watch. And I'm going to be hanging out with them. We're going to be doing live streams before. I'm going to be hosting the live stream. And Jason, I mean, he's, is always pretty much like the artist of Jerome Baker, the Jerome Baker designs. And so it's going to be super cool. A lot of cool things coming, guys, this summer. Will said, just started short about Bronny. It's a ritual why he was picked at 55. And Camacho King James is 55, and there are other references. But I digress. NBA sucks. Bring on the NFL, baby. Yeah, see, that's why, man. That's why we're not that. I mean, fuck the NBA, man. Like, NBA is so whack. Like, I mean, it's crazy how you got to be an international player to get, and I mean, or your dad be LeBron James, one of the two. You got to be coming from an international squad, or your dad's got to be LeBron James to get hype coming into the NBA now. And Ghost Monkey said, hell yeah, I can fuck with this player. Hell yeah, it's gonna be a good watch. And I'm gonna be hosting the live streams with Jason from Jerome Baker. And yeah, it's gonna be super dope because we're gonna be like live streaming before the premiere, and then the premiere is gonna happen, but we're still gonna be live. So it's like everyone's gonna be able to watch the premiere at the same time. Gonna be super, super interactive. And gonna be a lot of fun. They said they're gonna be doing like raffles and stuff like throughout the time as well. I don't know all the specifics on that, but I know The first episode, I think he said, is going to drop on July 9th. That's when this whole weed event is supposed to be going on. Hell yeah, Derek said that's what's up, Puss. Hell yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Anyone who's into bongs at all, rigs, I mean, it's gonna be it's pretty much the most insane glass blowing competition that has ever been created as of now. And there's more to come. More to come. Yeah, Derek said, yeah, I don't even really watch the NBA like that anymore. I mean, how many of us don't? I was not excited to watch any of the fucking NBA playoffs, the finals. Like, everything has gotten stale. LeBron has ruined the NBA. He really has. And B said that looks hella dope. Hell yeah, man. And I'll talk to you soon, because yeah, I'm gonna be getting some people involved in advertising on the episodes, in getting us product for the live streams and stuff. And shit, if one of you guys could make it up for one of the live streams, shit, we'll get you guys on the actual episode, you know. And if you guys are there, then you can bring product. We'll be smoking. You guys get to talk about wafers and all that. So it's going to be yeah, it's a 6-part series, and the first part is going to be released on July 9th, and then I'm pretty sure it's going to be like every single week like after that. So yeah, lot of fun things going to be happening soon. Get ready, guys. Derek said, "What? Or no, Will said, wasn't it the lowest watch finals in NBA history? So close. I don't know. I didn't watch either, but I know that there was something about. I mean, they said that the women's national championship game and the Caitlin Angel Reese game got more viewership than most of the NBA final games. I don't know if it was all of the NBA final games or the average of the NBA final games, but it was something of that nature, where Caitlin Clark in the championship and Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese is more popular than the NBA finals. Like, let's just let that sink in. Like, that is just crazy. It's crazy to think about. And Derek said, when I actually think about it, you're right, Huss. Ever since he pulled the dream team in Miami, it's been asked since, for sure, because then KD pulled the bullshit. Like, when I stopped watching the NBA, I was a hardcore Oklahoma Thunder fan. And really, because like being in San Diego, I mean, the Clippers haven't been there since before I was born. So like, I was always treating NBA kind of like, I didn't even play fantasy basketball or anything, but like the teams that I would cheer for, like I had to be invested in them. So like one of the teams I was heavily invested in back in 2005-06 was the Suns. Like before they really started being on the rise. Same thing with Oklahoma City. Like the first year that KD went over there, I was like all in on Oklahoma City. I was like, man, they're like, KD's gonna be like the best ever. Like I just feel it. I feel it. Like Greg Oden, who? And then they started getting, then they got Westbrook, then they got Harden, and I was like, all right, then I actually bought Thunder jerseys, you know. And it was man, like when KD, when he was the reason that they lost in game 7 to the fucking when he was the reason why they lost in game 7, because it wasn't Russell's fault, it was KD being a little bitch in game 7, and then he leaves and goes to the Warriors the next year. I mean, you already knew that they were going to get a couple in a row, but like, yeah, it just ruined everything, man. It ruined everything. And yeah, but yeah, Derek, for sure. Ever since the dream team in Miami, and you know why? It's because of all the hype. It was nothing but hype. LeBron, we're going to win not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. He made sure to get to 7 to make it seem like they were going to be better than the Chicago Bulls. And then he had a performance where he only averaged 17 points or something in the finals that they lost to the Mavericks. Yep, Bees, we'll talk soon, bro. Even after the draft, if you got some time. Bakes, what up, homie? We're talking shit about the Lakers. Don't you fuck with the Lakers? It's going to make me go back to my Laker trolling ways. Nah, Will, before you even showed up, I was already talking about it. You did. I thought you popped in when I literally when I was talking about it. Nah, fuck the NBA, NFL. That's why we're here drafting in June, and the season doesn't even start until September. And we've been drafting since how long? We've been drafting since the beginning of April. Since the beginning of April. Next year we might start the tournament right after free agency kicks. He said, okay, I was late getting in. Yeah, I was already shitting on them. I mean, it's the most popular thing right now on social media. If it's super popular on social media, I'm gonna have an opinion on it. And yeah, so I definitely had my opinion on fucking Bronny. Big Sam, an honorary Lakers fan, not a big basketball guy. I'd probably be a Spurs fan because of the colors. Ha! Damn Raiders fans got to still rock with the black and silver, huh? Let's see. I don't even know where I left off. Sorry, guys. We've been ranting a lot, and I've been smoking, so I know we left off somewhere. You guys see the board. If you're listening in podcast form, this is even more of a reason to make sure you're watching live with us on YouTube, or just go check out the replay on YouTube as well. Because all these drafts, very, very good intel for your redraft leagues. I mean, I know this is redraft, these best balls, so I mean, it's going to be a little bit different than Dynasty, but I feel like there's a lot of crossover between best ball and Dynasty because not a lot of people are treating this like a 100% like redraft league. I feel like as we start drafting more into the late July and August, that's going to change the way that people draft for sure. But yeah, this is really good intel going into your drafts. And Will said, you're not wrong. No, yeah, I mean, I have way more fun talking about football during the NBA playoffs. Like we were doing drafts during the NBA playoffs games. I barely even had an inkling to turn on the game in the background. Like someone asked me if I was going to show it. Like, yeah, it's kind of whack. It's kind of whack. It's just super lame, man. Super lame. All right. I got more and more people on X. I'm going to keep bringing up X. Because maybe that's making more Elon bots jump in. I'm still going to tell you fucks on X to like the post, share the post, throw in a comment so I know you're real and you're not just an Elon Musk bot over there. I mean, man, we're up to almost 6 people watching just on Twitter, aka X. And none of you fucks have thrown in a comment or anything. Not one of you fucks has liked the stream. But there's like 6 people in there right now. Come on. And Will said the guys on the Fantasy and Frames love my Ridley, Ford, and Pittman for the 102, and the Hutchinson deal made me feel better. Nice. Yeah, Fantasy and Frames people. I don't fuck with a lot of people on Twitter. Like, man, there's a couple people who had to besmirch my name on Twitter. So there's a lot of people on X that I don't even fuck with. But me and the Fantasy Frames guy, cannot remember his fucking name. I think he's like one of the main guys. We actually had a very constructive back and forth about IDP settings and about specific players without him turning into a little bitch. And that's what I hate about Twitter is like, you can't debate without someone turning into a little bitch. And like one of the things, like here's one of the reasons why a lot of people started hating me on Twitter, because I was getting into a back and forth with a female and I was talking trash about kickers. Never was talking trash about her. Never was talking trash about her playing fantasy football. Talking trash about the Scott Fish Bowl specifically, because the Scott Fish Bowl tournament is trash. I will say it. I said it before and I'll say it again. It's a fucking scam to get your guys' fucking money. And what else? And I was talking trash about kickers. You can play like 5 kickers in the Scott Fish Bowl tournament, but you can't play any IDP players. And Scott Fish said there will never be IDP players in his tournament because it would push too many people off. It would put too many people off. And so this chick says that I'm talking shit about her being a woman and goes around spreading all this shit that I'm talking shit about her being a woman in the fantasy football space when I was literally talking shit about how kickers are a waste of space in fantasy football. And so like, yeah, then everyone of course is going to take like the woman side who makes like this whole big thing about how I'm talking shit about women. And like, yeah, that's why X is a fucking joke. And like women like her are a fucking joke as well, because if you want to be treated like an equal, why can't I talk shit about something that you don't like when I'm not making it personal? Shouldn't even be allowed in the space. Twitter's way too gatekeepy. I fucking hate that, man. All these fake ass people on X. And Will said he's banned from X. And Bake said, and you never once paid for drugs. Not once. Oh man, this shit's funny. Yep, Derek said that's why I stick to YouTube. Never been on there. Yeah, and so the reason why I was on X for the longest time, that was my cheat code in fantasy football. I followed all the beat writers. I mean, of course, the Adam Schefters and Ian Rappaports and all them, but I would go follow all the beat reporters and beat writers for all of the different teams. And so I would just get information like nobody's business. Like, you guys remember when Carlos Hyde got traded and Nick Chubb ended up being the guy? Bro, Twitter is the reason. Twitter is the reason. I won 3 championships that year. I picked him up on all 8. I only had 8 teams. And I say only because I know we're all degenerates now. I only had 8 teams at that time. Picked him up, all 8 teams. You do not know how good I felt, because everybody dropped Nick Chubb that year. And I felt so good because after I picked up Nick Chubb, for the next hour, I got text messages from people in all 8 of those leagues. One person who was a substitute teacher at the time, fucking killer clowns, he called me during class. Like, he paused class and was like, I gotta call this guy. Because he stopped class to go pick up Nick Chubb, and I beat him to it by like 2 minutes. He was so pissed. He was so pissed. And Will said, YouTube, not much better if you have edgy content. Yeah, and see, and that's why I tell people, go to Rumble. I'm going to throw in the link for Rumble, because we don't get hated on Rumble. I'm fully monetized over there on Rumble. People can sign up. They could join as members over there, and we appreciate you, because if you join as a member on Rumble and you're like on Patreon, you know, you're one of the ultimate members. Be like Crispy. Crispy subscribed everywhere. Appreciate you, Crispy. And I know it's because you left when I was a kid and you went to get a pack of smokes, but good. I'm glad that you're doing it now. Crispy supports my business more than my real dad does. So hell yeah, there we go. And Will, make sure you're following on Rumble then. Rumble's where it's at. I always live stream on Rumble. I do want to get more people over there. Yeah, Matt, Rumble it's like literally just like YouTube. I mean, YouTube actually bought Rumble at one time, and then it was like it pretty much died. And Rumble, like the owners of Rumble, they're like, hey, can we buy Rumble back from you for like $1? And YouTube's like, fuck it, $1 is better than 0. And then Rumble got bought back by Rumble. Like, now it's actually getting a little bit of steam. Getting a bit of steam. Yeah, it's free, Matt. It's free. Join up. Hey, John in the house. What up, bro? What's going down? You getting ready for the NFL season? Are you as hardcore into the NFL as you are into the UFL? And I'm assuming college football, because you're in Alabama, right? Are you more hardcore into UFL and all that than NFL? Because Alabama doesn't have a team? Curious about that. Yeah, appreciate you, Matt. Yeah, Rumble's way better than Facebook. Way better than Facebook. Anybody watching on Facebook, I say jump on YouTube or jump on Rumble. When you watch on Rumble, the show actually gets a kickback. Okay, that's one thing. When you watch on Rumble, the show actually gets a kickback, and they pay higher ads than YouTube does or whatever. And I mean, the ads are like 10 seconds, so you can you get rid of them real quick over there. John said, roll Tide. He said, I'm all UFL in college. I feel it, bro. I feel it. Hey, if you can get a bunch of people to do roll Tide squares, I'm sure I can get a few people to do it. I would do a weekly weekly sheet for roll Tide. We can keep it the same where it's only 25 squares. I bet we could fit it. I bet we could fill it. because yeah, during the season, heavy NFL. And Matt, I'm gonna message you the link directly, Matt, because I don't know why when I post in here it doesn't fucking. I have no idea why it doesn't share it to Facebook the right way. So I just texted it to you. I just texted you the exact link to this show. It'll make it easier. Search for 420 Crew Sports. Will 420 Crew Sports. Yeah, we're just on Rumble, since they don't hate on any of the weed stuff. 420 Crew Sports is what we're rocking over there. And because yeah, it's a lot more than fantasy football that we do on Rumble. I mean, we do watch parties for UFC. We're gonna do watch parties for games. Yeah, get ready. Like during the season, like we're gonna have fucking Red Zone going like right in the background. It's gonna be fucking dope. It's gonna be dope. There's more fucks coming in on X.
Don't give it to you.
Leave a comment, like the stream, you fucks on X. Yeah, let him know. Crispy, share, then copy. Let's get it. Well, he didn't find it. He didn't find it. So that's what it is. He's searching to follow for the very first time. And make sure, because I see we got a few, what do we got? About a dozen people over there on Rumble right now. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Throw in a comment or something in the chat. Let me see. Got to help someone. Someone has a question over here. Let's see. They have Amon Ra and AJ at wide receiver so far. Yeah, so they're probably going QB and RB. Oh yeah, Emil said thoughts on the NFL getting sued for $12 billion. Yeah, let me see. Let me go read that out. It's a Sunday ticket lawsuit, right? Let me see. Let me go find this. Let me see what the exact info. But the NFL is ordered to pay $5 billion in the Sunday ticket lawsuit. This is why you guys should just be signing up for the streaming service with me. $40 a month get you Sunday ticket plus everything. Every single cable channel out there. Every single movie channel that's out there. I mean, if you guys are savages like me watching Power Book 2 right now, that's on there. You know, make sure that you guys go get this. It's $40 a month. I would be, when you sign up, I'm your account manager and your go-to guy. So I'll be the one taking care of you, like literally with everything going on. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat right now. It's just a place to sign up. I'd be your go-to guy with all the information and everything. All you need is a Fire Stick to watch on your TV. You can also use it on your phone and then cast it to your TV if you have a smart TV. If you watch it on your phone, you can watch it on your iPad. Unless you're out in the fucking middle of nowhere like Crispy is, and you have like, I don't know, like your upload is like 2 megabits per second or whatever the hell. Like you probably can't watch it. But outside of that, you're going to be good. And John said, I want a consultant for a fantasy NFL league. Bro, that's what I do. That is literally my business. Go to 420crew.com to sign up. Get on the tier that's $10 or more. It'll be one of the best things you did. If you get on the 25 or 50 plan, I will literally I will literally FaceTime with you for all your NFL draft or for all your fantasy drafts. You just got to get on the higher tier for like that kind of service. But even the $10 tier, you can message me like during your drafts and stuff. I'll be able to help you out. And yeah, that's literally what I do. That's how this whole business started. And that's what my business revolves around, being a fantasy football consultant. Thanks for asking, bro. Now I got to tell people about it. Tell more people about it. And Emil, I'm pulling up this this what's it called? Just an article so I can read more about the lawsuit. But yeah, it was around the Sunday ticket. Let me see. I'll shoot you the link right now, John. And he said, I'm in for the 50. You the man, bro. You the man. Yeah, anyone who's on the 25 or the 50, you actually get my bat line. And yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff happening. All right, so got it. Roll Tide. Big said fucking Pops stays catching strays in the boonies. Hell yeah. Somehow, like in the middle of nowhere. All right. Derek, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Saluting on Twitch, saluting on Rumble. Appreciate you. Who to get, Bees? Yeah, see, there you go. That's what I'm talking about, Bees. He learned. I told him he drafted Mad Buki a couple rounds too early last time. He got him in like the 19th round. Look at that. Fell nicely right to the 23rd round. I mean, that's a really good spot to get him. And John said, Scott said, you're a great consultant. I'm doing it full time because of that, like starting. So yeah, I mean, I'd rather other people tell you how good I am than like myself just brag. But all we do is win championships around here. If you are signed up on any of these tiers to get the fantasy advice, I take it seriously. My goal is to help you win a championship because I know if you do that, you're going to stick around. You might even tell friends who are in different leagues than you because I know people don't want to tell people in the same leagues. But yeah, we're such savages now. I mean, most people are in more than one league. I mean, if you're going to sign up for a service and pay $25-$50 a month, I would say you should be in a handful of leagues so we can win some money because you will profit. You will profit. There we go. John said Scott's won 4 years in a row. I mean, Scott's pretty much been around since like day one. That's like one of the things. Like he's been around since like I started all of this. So that's probably why he kept me a secret from you for the longest time. I was like his secret weapon. But yeah. Bake said, Alex, gonna give it to you. Give it to you. And John said, nah, I'm hip. Yep. Not a secret. Not a secret anymore. All right. We got a bunch of people watching on Rumble, and it's just from a few people commenting. So how about this? Can you guys, if you guys have a second, if you're not drafting, click the link, just go over to Rumble and literally just click the like button, throw in the comment or a chat. You don't even have to stay there that long. But if you could leave it up in the background somewhere, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Matt said in Rumble, what's your name? Well, I sent you the link. Just click on the link that I gave you. But 420 Crew Sports. 420 Crew Sports. There we go. Start up there. 420 Crew Sports on Rumble. And let's see if we're being shown anywhere on the sports page. Let's see. Or on the live streams. We need more people. We need more people watching to get on the homepage of Rumble. I've been there a bunch of times. Like when we do our UFC streams and stuff, we're usually on like the homepage. And Saturday, UFC. John said, do I need to download the Rumble app? I'd recommend downloading the Rumble app because it works like identical to YouTube, but you can just search it like on the internet, you know, just like you can with YouTube. But everything just works a little easier on the app. And with the app, you can with the app you can what's it called? You can have it to where you have it in the background as well, like a podcast. Yeah, and Derek said, hit the thumbs up for the 420 crew on Rumble. You the man. You the man. There we go. Bake said, all right, I'm back from Rumble Land. Appreciate you, brother. All right. I think it's going to be time to smoke a little bit more. Let's see. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. What are we in? Yeah, see, now it's so small. I need to like zoom in to like read it. Let's see. We're on round. No, round 23. I thought we were already in round 23. We're in round 23 now. There we go. And well, we got a bunch of people watching everywhere. Let me shout out our producers of the show, all of our 420 crew members on Patreon, all access members, our elite members, our superstar members, and then all of the ultimate members, the guys who were involved in a lot of different ways on a lot of different platforms. And I appreciate you guys. Salute to everybody out there, to all of our producers of the show. Appreciate you guys. Big said, no, so small, I gotta zoom in. Pause. Big pause. I need to get we need to get a sound drop for pause, because I'm sure we could get like the exact pause. We can get like the exact one. It's so funny. The I just keep getting updates about like social media posts where I talk shit about Bronny, and someone's like, "Oh, was Michael Jordan's son a 5-star recruit?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck cares about Michael Jordan's son?" Because LeBron's lineage is better at basketball than Jordan's lineage, it doesn't mean that LeBron is better in any way than Jordan. That's all it is. That's all it is. People on LeBron and Bronny's nuts because they're anti-Jordan people. I don't know. You know what's weird? I said this before and I'll say it again. How come LeBron fans act like winning is a bad thing? Like, that's the thing that makes zero sense to me. It's like, if you ever talk a Jordan and LeBron, like if you talk Jordan and LeBron debate, and they're like, oh, the only thing that Michael Jordan fans have to say is Jordan won 6 championships. It's like, I didn't know winning 6 championships was a bad thing or something to bring up. Like, that's what's funny. Like, if a Jordan fan is debating, there's no asterisks in it. Say whatever you want. If LeBron fans are debating, like, bro, like, let's not even debate if you're only going to talk about the championships. And I wouldn't only talk about the championships. There's a lot of things I could talk about. 9 times first team all defense for Jordan. I mean, just that one stat alone. I mean, only Kobe and Gary Payton, I think, are the only ones with like 9 times first team all defense. I don't even think LeBron's got it like 1 time. And Emil said, said, no, LeBron's better. Numbers don't lie. They don't. 6 championships is more than 4 last time I counted. And being 100% is better than being under 50% when it comes to winning when it counts. And being the best player on your team when you actually win. 420 Crew Sports, John. 420 Crew Sports. There we go. And Matt, he made it. Don Mateo 11. I like it. Matt. I like the username. And there we go. Will said Michael Jordan's son. You mean Jimmy Butler? That's big facts. Will said Jordan's the GOAT. No questions asked. Yeah. And if Bill Russell was playing anywhere closer to like when we actually like, I was born in 86. Like, I mean, if it was anywhere closer to like actually like when the NBA really like, I feel like everybody playing before Bird and Magic has an asterisk next to their name because like NBA competition just wasn't getting to that level yet. And then like, you know, when Jordan comes in, even more on the rise, and then shit. Look, I mean, look at the 92 Dream Team. Like, if you want to see just like absolute dominance, you just go watch any highlights from any of those games from the 92 Dream Team. I was watching like it just came up on TikTok. It was like a 2-minute video where they were just literally showing like, I don't know if it was like all the offensive buckets, but like they were scoring so easily and they were all making the extra pass to like score easier. And man, like it was greatness. It was greatness. Emil said Jordan played on a stacked team. When he played on a stacked team when he was going against the Pistons originally. He was playing on a stacked team when he was going against the 3-time back-to-back MVP Larry Bird. Like, no. And then later they finally draft someone good, Scottie Pippen, and then they get a new coach. They're on the rise though. But come on, man. They drafted all of these players. They drafted all of them in the beginning. Like, that's like saying that the Golden State Warriors were a stacked team. Yeah, they were stacked through the draft. I mean, they won before KD got there. KD's a whole different like type of thing. But yeah, Jordan, like the reason why, you know why his teams were stacked? Because he made the players on his team better. LeBron does not make players better. That's the sad part about it. He's like the ultimate team player who doesn't make his team better. He actually makes his team worse and have to work harder because he's such a bum. Emil said, Pippen, Jordan, the other guy. Who's the other guy? See, you don't even know his name. If it's that stacked, you should at least know their name. Yeah, Will said 92 Dream Team. Christian Leitner. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas is so pissed he didn't make the team. Yeah, you know what? I mean, there's politics, man. Of course there's politics. And that's funny because Isaiah Thomas is a hell of a hater, man. Like, he's dope. He's dope as fuck. But he's a hell of a hater on Jordan. It's funny to hear him talk about it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Said the only guy that Jordan recruited was Dennis Rodman. Yeah, and who knows how much he even recruited Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was just ready to, I mean, come on, man. Best rebounder in history. It's not even close. And it's crazy that anyone would say Draymond Green is anywhere close to Dennis Rodman's skill at anything that he does. Yeah, nobody wanted Rodman because they didn't think they could handle him. I mean, shit, the Bulls almost didn't handle him. Remember in 98 when he just like took off? He was like, yeah, I know we're in the middle of the season, but I just got to go to Vegas for a couple days. Then he missed like a couple games and Jordan had to go fucking pull him back from. I mean, I'm sure Jordan did a little bit of gambling while he was in Vegas, but literally had to go out to Vegas to bring his ass back. Hey, we need you, man. Pippen ain't playing right now. B said, if this draft turns out okay, it's amazing. Said I was driving the entire time, then grocery shopping. Barely about to park the car. Man, let's see. We're going to go through the grades at the end. We're going to go through. He said I risk life and limb. You're the man. You're the man, Bees. You're the man. And we'll our guy Xavier Thomas holds a grudge for life against Jordan. It's really good like content. Like when you get Isaiah Thomas riled up about Michael Jordan or just get him talking Michael Jordan in general, that shit is so fucking funny, man. Like he hates Michael Jordan with a passion and wants to make sure that when he's talking, people think less of Michael Jordan. It's fucking hilarious. Big J Dog 75. He made it in on Rumble. Yeah. He said, go Stallions, roll Tide. He said, looking forward to the console. Works early, crashing out. Peace out, bro. Thanks for hopping in, brother. Will said, fuck, man, the late 90s, early 2000s are so awesome. Kids nowadays will never know what it's like. Yeah. And like, I mean, what's crazy is that the talent is so much better, like as a whole, because like the worst guys on the team are probably like a lot better than the worst guys on the team, like back in the late 90s and the 2000s. But I swear, man, like there's no heart out there. Like there is no heart like out there. And you can tell. You can tell. It is it's really ridiculous. It really is. And it's because guys don't play defense. Guys don't play 82 games. Like you had to play 82 games back then, or you were a bitch. Like that's really what it is. And yeah, all right, Don Mateo said he could chat now. Let's get it on Rumble. Yeah, like if you didn't play 82 games, like you were a bitch, like back then. Like that's the difference. Like LeBron has only played 82 games once, one time. Like that is crazy. Jordan knew that he was the star. He's the star. People paid to go to the arena to see him play. And he said he felt like he would be disrespecting the fans if he didn't play. When's LeBron ever said anything about caring about the fans or like anything like that? Like never, not never, never. And you know what else? You know his school that he has? I saw this article a couple days ago that said nobody in his school has passed like the state exam since like 2018 or like some shit like that. So even all his philanthropic work, philanthropist work, whatever, he even sucks at that. He sucks at that. Not like Dion did any better because I think his school went under when he had the reality show about it. But yeah, motherfuckers. He said, now guys train, go to basketball camps, hockey camps, football camps, whatever. It's amazing. They're all coming out. Cookie cutter, it seems no originality. Yeah, definitely. And I know that it's like, I don't know. I guess I don't know what it is. Because I don't know. Like, how's the WNBA? Like, I don't know if you guys saw, I think I don't know, remember if I showed the clip or whatever, but there was like, remember the WNBA player who like hip checked or whatever, kind of threw Caitlyn on the ground, like kind of gave her a little swipe and threw her ass on the ground. It was like the next time that they played that team, it was a couple games after, and she was guarding up on Caitlyn one-on-one, and Caitlyn's kind of going up for a three or about to get there, so she really like bodied her up, and Caitlyn kind of ran into her and did one of those you know, where you kind of like you go forward and bounce back really quick, and the girls started making fun of her for like looking like she was flopping out there, and then the girls started clowning Caitlin Clark for like wanting whistles and shit like that. She wasn't complaining, she wasn't asking for whistles, not on that time anyways. There was another one where it was like a blatant foul to both of her arms that she was calling for in a different game, like 2 games later. But that's what's funny. How are the WNBA players more hardcore than the NBA players? Come on, man. LaFlop. Man, like that's what I don't get. LeBron straight flopping out there. Jordan having to go through the Pistons where they're literally destroying him anytime that he got into the paint. Like, it's just nowhere close. Nowhere close. Appreciate all you guys on Rumble helping getting the numbers up. Appreciate you guys. Because we got a bunch of people watching on Rumble now. I think combined between all the social media places, we got about 150 people watching now. So pretty cool. We're all over the place. We're on Rumble. We're on YouTube. We're on X.
Let's go give it to you.
I see some comments, you X watchers over there, because X is like half the people, but nobody's watching over there, or they're not commenting or throwing in the likes. You fucks, come on. And Will said 100% on LeBron's school, just doing it for likes and the so-called humanitarianism. Man, I wish I could create a school and say I'm doing it for good, but if all the kids fail, I'm a failure. Yeah, and so like, and I don't know, like there's so many people who are like, oh, LeBron's so much better than Jordan because like he's investing into these schools and stuff. Like that's why he's better at basketball, because he's investing into these schools. Ridiculous. All right, let's see. Someone's sending me a question. We got, oh man, like the QBs is like it's Danny Pesos, Minshew, Howell, Rattler. All right. Let's see. Guess we'll remove that one out of the way till we get going a little bit more. All right. We're getting close. We're getting close. We only got 3 rounds left. 3 rounds left. Let's see. All right. Let's get a song going in the background. All right. These last 3 rounds, this could be where you win a championship. Let's get into championship form. I think they did love that movie. I can't remember. I've only seen Revenge of the Nerds like once, way back in the day. I mean, Mighty Ducks, all over Mighty Ducks for sure. All right, let's see here. So NFL must pay $5 billion in damages. Let's see. It capped a month-long class action trial, almost a decade of legal wrangling. Includes about 96 mil in damages for the bars and restaurants that subscribed to the service, and more than 4.6 billion for roughly 2.4 residential subscribers. It's been so long since I was actually subscribed to that. I'm sure I'm not in there. Damages and antitrust cases that are triple by law. And I think it's because of the out-of-market games. It's still not saying like why. It's just telling us what happened. So let's see. Why was the NFL sued? Let's see if we can get an actual answer. The lawsuit claimed the league broke antitrust laws by selling its package of Sunday games at an inflated price. The subscribers also say the league restricted competition by offering Sunday ticket only on a satellite provider. The NFL said it would appeal the verdict. So they may not be getting paid anytime soon, but that's why. Crispy said Roger Goodell is the worst commissioner ever. Fucking Rudy Poo. Where is it?
Who is this Rudy Poo?
Yeah. They love him though. The NFL owners love him. Shout out to everybody watching. The live stream numbers have only been going up and up the entire time, which we like to see. We don't want to see them going down and down. As we're getting to the nitty-gritty of this draft, we want to see them keep going up and up. So appreciate everybody on Rumble. We got a bunch of people watching on Rumble. Appreciate everyone on X, even though you guys aren't saying anything.
Let's go, give it to you.
And who else? YouTube, got a bunch of people on YouTube. We still got a few people on Twitch, and we got a couple people on Facebook still. Appreciate you guys. We're getting so close. We are getting so close to the end here. And see, that's a good pick by Ghost Monkey. DJ Chark. I mean, I know that he's pretty far down on the depth chart right now, but not too many people above him that are actually worth a shit. I mean, that could be someone. That could be someone. Let's see. And don't forget, if you guys want a draft grade on your team, just make sure you throw that in the chat. And after the draft here, we're in the very, very last round. We will be doing the grades. Appreciate the new follows on Rumble. Hey, Toyota One made it. What up, bro? Time to smoke. Off work, time to smoke. Let's get it. And hey, Rob B in the house. What up, homie? Thanks for hopping in. Thanks for hopping in. And let me see. Did you let me see. Let's see. Hold up. Let me see. I'm looking at your pictures right now, Rob. Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna smoke another bowl here. See, maybe we'll get another tune playing. Let's see. What else can we get here? Let me see what I already got in the what do we got here ready to go? This one's always good. We'll get this right at the end of the draft. Get everybody hyped. Matt, who the hell are you talking about? All right, sounds good, Bees. We'll leave you last. We'll get you in for a grade. What are you whipping up tonight? Oh man, Bees is a crazy chef. What are you whipping up? Legit, I had the best fried chicken I've ever eaten when I went to the draft 2 years ago with Bees in LA. At his pizza shop. Pizza Venice, POV. I love it. All right, Rob's gonna be first. He had the number 1 overall pick, and then Lil Kramer will get you second. Yeah, what do you think about the auto team? Yeah, how long were you autoing Lil Kramer? I was talking about it, like, fuck. I was like, I hope he doesn't keep getting more IDPs. Yep, Rob, you're going to be first. Lil Kramer will be second. All right, sounds good, Tim. So you'll be third for the grade. First pick back was Charbonnet. Okay, I'll take that into account. Gosh, Tim said also Jordan the GOAT. And I think a lot of us are, I feel like a lot of times I'm the youngest and I'm like 38. So I feel like a lot of us will be on the same page, like with that. It's all these damn Gen Zers and below. I think like that's really what it is. B said, man, I wish I had that right now. Man, that fried chicken was so fire. So legit the best fried chicken I've ever had. I'm not going to say I've had like amazing fried chicken, because I know some people, just depends on where you live. I've had some really, really fire fried chicken, and it's not even blowing smoke. That was like legit the best fried chicken ever. I just wanted to keep going back and getting more. All right, there we go. Got you next, Song. You'll be after, you'll be fourth. You'll be fourth. So we're going to do, it's going to be Rob, aka Brown, in the draft. And then we got Lil Kramer going second. Tim's going to go third. Song will be fourth. Ghost Monkey will be fifth. And then Bees will be sixth as of now. And then real quick, Will said you like Jordan Brooks with Miami this year, LB1 or LB2. Well, the good thing about it, you could draft him as an LB2. Like that's what's cool about it. He's not going anywhere early at all. So I love the value that we're going to get with him. And I like Jerome Baker last year. Like, why wouldn't I like Jordan Brooks, this year when Jordan Brooks, no shade against Jerome Baker. Like he's dope, but Jordan Brooks, Jordan Brooks, the first round pick, handful of years, they just didn't re-sign him because they're stupid. All right. Hold on one sec, guys. Here we go. All right, Crispy, you'll go before Bees. Got Brooks at the 17th of my first IDP. Nice. Great value. I mean, this is the best. I mean, it took him getting hurt, to give us this like great value. Well, I guess it's changing teams because he got hurt the year before and he came back still pretty solid. Let's see. So here we go. I like to grade the positional groups based on starters and backups and kind of give an overall grade because so many different ways that you can go with this. I felt I was just like reading out all the teams and was like, all right, that's a B. All right, that's a C plus. But no, now you'll hear why with the positional groups. And so CMC, James Cook, Alvin Kamara, those are all the starters there. I mean, I said it that he wanted to make sure that I said A when I said his running back group is definitely an A for the running back group. 3 solid ones. And, maybe a little bit early on a Cook and Kamara, but it is what it is. I mean, there's other positions that'll suffer. It wasn't the running backs. Let's go QBs just because it's quicker. Murray and Baker as the starters. Murray is like a B to me, and Mayfield's like a C plus. So I think I'm just gonna put that as a B minus for the QBs. Like them, we like them, but they're not A's by any standards, that's for sure. Peace out, Maddie. We'll catch you later, bro. Don Mateo on Rumble. And then we got the pass catchers. So I'll link in the tight ends with the pass catchers because we got 3 flex spots in there. 3 non-super flex spots. Marvin Harrison Jr., Deebo Samuel, Chris Godwin, Keenan Allen. And Ferguson just brings it down, man. I hate Ferguson. He's trash. But dang it. Hold on. I hate that when I do this. All right. I put it on 150%. I guess it doesn't like 150%. We'll leave it on 125%. So Marvin Harrison Jr. is not an A just yet. He's kind of like a B minus to me. He kind of doesn't ruin any of the average, but I almost don't like make the average go up because of him yet, because we don't know what he's going to be for the full season. We know his potential, we know his hype, and we know his upside, and that's why people go get him, but I can't grade you super high for him just yet. And B said, I like the new grading system. It's a little bit more intricate, and you actually get to hear the thoughts versus me just reading a whole team. It felt so redundant just reading 30 people and then giving a grade off it. It's like my brain couldn't even process it the way that I need to process it. So Deebo, Chris Godwin, Keenan Allen, Ferguson, and Harrison. That's nowhere close to an A, but I feel like I really feel like it is a B minus, like right there. Cause you waited on the pass catchers until except Marvin Harrison, obviously, but you wait till like the 6th. So it's not like you're getting like super upper echelon guys. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give that a B minus. Obviously the running backs bringing the average up a lot. And and B minus for the QBs and for the pass catchers on the starters. And so let's go with the bench offense first. Gabe Davis, Cortland Sutton, Donnie Mitchell, who I don't like because I don't think he likes being on the Indianapolis Colts. Like, he was hella pissed when he got drafted. Like, and not pissed, but like you could just tell he was down about that pick. Like, he was bummed about the pick. Let's see here. Let me move this over here. All right. Let's see. Where did I leave off at? Adonai Mitchell, Wan'Dale Robinson. Mac Wilson, right? Michael Wilson. I always forget his first name. Very, very easy to forget. Justice Hill. OBJ. Oh man, taking a swing on OBJ. I'll give that a C for the bench, I mean, it's nothing special. It's a lot of decent depth. I mean, no real running back depth. But you got a lot of wide receiver depth. I mean, you just hope that none of your guys get injured anyways, right? I mean, that's always the hopes. But yeah, not too much running back depth. But a lot of decent wide receiver depth. I think, I mean, maybe where you might hurt yourself is like 0 QB depth, like at all. So maybe I'll give it a C- because you only have wide receiver depth on your bench for your offensive guys. So I'll give that a C-. It's not like I take the bench like super into consideration with the final grades, but you know, everything plays a part. Okay. Soon as you got all 10 offensive guys, went straight into defense. I mean, I don't know if you have the best trio, but I know that I like this trio a lot. I like it a lot. Zaire Franklin, CJ Mosley, and Patrick Queen. And that's an amazing start to an IDP roster. Peace out, Derek. We'll catch you tomorrow, bro. Let's see then. Julian Love and he beat Crispy. He got in the zone, the anal zone. So I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it a B+ for the IDP. I feel like I want to give it an A, but like Julian Love and Anal Zone make me not want to give it an A. They're like really great players, but they're not A caliber like Franklin Mosley and Patrick Queen are. She's a killer queen. And but yeah, B+ still definitely gonna bring up the average. And then I mean, your bench depth for IDP is already starting off good because Robert Spillane would be a starter on most people's. I got him in the 19th round. Super nice value. What is it? It's Mac Wilson. So you got both Wilsons. You got Michael Wilson and Mac Wilson. There you go. Both Mac Wilson on Arizona now also. And then Giovanni Tavai, pretty nice role player. Cooper DeJean. I know I'm going to call him Cooper DeJean like as much as possible. I wonder how you actually say it. I hear most people saying Cooper DeJean now. So, I mean, that's kind of just how I started saying it. Patrick Surtain, kind of blah. He's not really, I mean, a fantasy guy who doesn't have too much upside. So I'd say next time, go for a guy like Javon Holland, who got taken like literally the pick right after you, who I'd rather have like every day of the week and twice on Sunday over Surtain, just because he's turning into a corner that a lot of teams respect and don't throw out a lot. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, though, hey, you brought it back right there. Hold on.
Just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
And yeah, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. I mean, that's a great pick in the 28th round. Crazy that he lasted to the 28th round. And then Byron Murphy, Alex Highsmith. I'm gonna give this this like C+, B- range for the IDP bench. I mean, I like it a lot more than your offensive bench. That's for sure. So I think all in all, so we had the B A at the running backs, B- the other offensive spots. There's a C for the bench depth, B+ for the IDP, and then B-, C+ for the IDP bench depth. Yeah, I really feel like, I mean, the running backs are what's bringing it up a lot for sure. And I really feel like this is like a B- team, like right on the fringe of like a B- and very solid all around. All right, let's see. So we were doing Lil Kramer's second, then Tim's third, Song's fourth, Crispy's fifth, and B's is sixth. I'm gonna keep saying that so my stoner ass doesn't forget. And I totally forgot about how I can do it like this. I think this is a lot cooler than like with me on both sides. Just makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, if I can get good at this, hold on. If I can get good at this, I can actually point to it, but that's the hard part because like it's pulling from this camera right here. But yeah, we're getting there. All right, here we go, John. So let me see. Where did he actually? Okay, so the first pick was Charbonnet, so in the 15th round. Yeah, I mean, lucky you came back in then because it probably would have drafted IDP like 5 more rounds in a row. So at least at least you got there to catch it before it got bad. What the hell? Got stuck right there. Hold on, let me refresh. All right. So Jalen Hurts and Caleb as the QBs. I mean, I feel like Hurts is right there amongst the at least A- players. How about that? Maybe he's not an A, but he's an A-. Caleb, like I try not to downgrade Caleb, but it's also like I can't, like a lot of people say that Caleb's an A right now. Like he's like a C+ to me, and like you kind of have to overdraft him. So I think for the QBs here, feel like I'm gonna make that a B+ for the QBs there. So we're not gonna downgrade it like ultra for Caleb, but I'm gonna remember that in the end, like that B+ isn't gonna outweigh some things if see, like here, I mean, where you're gonna get downgraded for sure is the running backs, and it's not your fault because you got auto drafted. But yeah, Breece Hall at the 2, and then Charbonnet would be the next offensive player in there. So I mean, luckily Breece Hall is bringing up the average because Breece is an A running back, or at least A- like running back in my eyes. And so but yeah, Breece Hall and Charbonnet, where would I leave that at? Probably like a B-, like for that. Yeah, probably like a B-, maybe even a C+. I mean, because Charbonnet, like, I mean, how far down, are we going to downgrade Breece for that? And Lil Kramer said, I think this first one I got Caleb in. I see him more likely disappointing a lot of people. Yeah, and seeing you didn't even draft him. So, I mean, it is, it is what it is since you autoed the first, I don't know, almost the first quarter or first third or whatever. But yeah, I really feel like he's going to disappoint a lot of people. I mean, the expectations, not his fault either. It's just like the expectations that that are being put on him. Like, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. Highest expectations ever for a rookie QB. Like, that might not be easy to live up to in year one. Like, the last person who was like the highest, like, expected to do the most QB was Trevor, and he disappointed like a motherfucker in year one. And I mean, in year 2 and year 3, like he's finally a little bit back on the uprise. But yeah, like remember everyone said Mac Jones was better than Trevor. That's how bad T-Law did as a rookie. Let's see. Pass catchers, though. I mean, the pass catchers very nice. Olave, Nico, DJ Moore, Adunze, and then George Kittle and Brock Bowers. I mean, maybe George Kittle and Brock Bowers a little bit too early, but I still feel like that's like a B, a B for the pass catchers. I mean, really, really solid. I mean, the Roma Dunze, like that's someone who I think is going to disappoint a lot of people as well. Just in year one, I mean, man, I know Rome's super talented, but yeah, I mean, he's going to be number 3, and seeing even the whole team. I mean, now that I'm talking about it, it's like 3 out of your starting lineup, I mean, is going to be banked on the Bears. I don't think a lot of people want to bank on that too much. It's probably going to be games that really, I guess it depends on how bad the defense is, right? Like that's what it's going to come down to. And I guess what would suck in like championship weeks or around the playoffs and stuff like that is if the Bears are at home, because that's when the weather is just like so crazy and the wind is so crazy around those times. We shall see. Not too shabby though for being completely auto drafted on the offensive side of starters with minus Charbonnet. So not too shabby. Let's see the bench. Snatches up Aiden O'Connell, Jalen Polk, J.K. Dobbins, Algier, Gibson. I mean, at least you went and got a bunch of RB depth because you needed it. You had like 0 RB depth until you drafted Charbonnet. Charbonnet is a starter. And let's see, Mims, Herbert, Braylon Allen, Kenny Pickett all the way at the end. I mean, yeah, Kenny Pickett's on the Eagles now, so not too shabby. At least you got your Jalen insurance in round 30. I'll give that. I'm gonna give that a C+. Maybe even fringing on a B- for the bench depth, just because you made up for for having to for the auto draft and all that for sure. And let's see, Will said it. Is it Demi or Demi? So I think it's Demi. He said, I never heard you say saw me, tractor trailer. Said Seinfeld reference art to Dijon. Nice. Man, it's been so long since I've seen Seinfeld. I got all the DVDs though still. Let's see. Man, I hate how this is. I hate how this keeps getting like stuck. Like, what the hell's wrong with Sleeper? So annoying. All right, IDP. I mean, your IDP is pretty fire. Crosby, Aiden Hutchinson, Nick Bosa, Myles Garrett. I mean, that could be huge. It could be huge. And then Will Anderson. I mean, it's either going to be a lot of hit or miss weeks. But I assume with like, you know, I mean, we're talking, you got like all the best, like defensive, like linemen, like edge rushers, like in the league. It could be bad some games, but I'm gonna give that a B plus. Because you got a lot of heavy hitters there, and like, I mean, we've seen games where like Crosby has these insane games, Myles Garrett has those insane games. Like they have big games like that down the stretch. I mean, that could be huge for you. Let's see the IDP depth. DeForest Buckner, Trent McDuffie, Jermaine Johnson, Reed Blankenship. That's not too shabby. I mean, I'm gonna give that a C though. Nothing too special about it, but not too shabby. And so let's see. So all in all, I mean, the QB's bringing up the average. Wide receivers bringing up the average. Running backs bringing down the average for sure. Yeah, I really think, I mean, it's crazy you guys are at the bookends, but I feel like very, very similar grade as far as like B minus, B plus for this team as well. Really solid, but the weaknesses make it to where I almost can't like grade it a B like right out the gate. And it's because everybody's team is like really well balanced. Like that's the thing. Like it's almost like I want to give you a B because some of it was auto picked and you had to like make up for it. And I feel like you did make up for it. But yeah, that's where it is. It's like a fringe, like it's a B minus almost because the good part got auto drafted. But yeah, like I said, you really made up for it though. All right, let's see. Here we go. Tim's gonna be next. Where's Shawshank? Here we go. Starting off with Lamar Jackson and Jaden Daniels. I mean, very, very solid, but I almost can't. I mean, Lamar, I mean, he's like an A minus to me. Sorry, B's, can't give him all the way the A, but yeah, Lamar's like a B minus to me. And Jaden Daniels, I feel like he's kind of in the same boat as Caleb, but he runs. Like that's the difference between Jaden Daniels and Caleb is if they get his legs moving more, that could mean just more points for Jaden Daniels. So I applaud the rushing QBs. I almost don't applaud the two rookie QBs though, but this is just for the starters. Feel like I'm gonna give that. Feel like I gotta keep that like right at a B plus. Right at a B plus because I think I'd rather have Jaden Daniels than Caleb is what I'd have. And instead of majority auto, but still isn't my worst draft for sure. I bet some of the first drafts might have been your first when you were just getting acclimated to everything and getting your lay of the land. Let's see, running backs, very solid core here with Barkley, Kyren Williams, Ken Walker, and Raheem Mostert. Feel like I got to give that at least an A minus there for the RBs. Very, very solid. I mean, you got 4 of them in there. Barkley, Kyren, and Walker. I mean, super top heavy, I feel like. And Mostert, like, I mean, yeah, he was the number 2 RB last year. Like, if he does anywhere close to that, like, and stays healthy, like, that's really what it is, right? With these guys staying healthy. But yeah, A minus for the running backs. Let's see the pass catchers though, because that's, I mean, if you're averaging an A minus, B plus for like 2 of the skill positions, that means one of the other skill positions probably dropped off, and like it definitely dropped off for you because I mean, you got Mark Andrews, who's a flex, like he's got to play at the flex. Then you still got to have 2 wide receivers in there, so that means you're starting Xavier Worthy, at least as of, you know, on paper for where you drafted them, and then Christian Watson. And man, as your top 2, like I hate that. Like that's I mean, Andrews is kind of bringing up the average, but I can only give that, like, I got to give that a C minus. Like that's fringing on almost like a D, like right there. But I'll give it a C minus because of Andrews being at the flex. So at least you do have someone solid like in the flex, and it's the stack with Lamar Jackson. I really feel like, I mean, as long as Andrews is healthy, he's going to be a top 5 tight end like in the league. It's just the not being healthy part. Let's see. Where do we go here? So Jamison Williams. So we're going offensive bench depth. We got Jamison Williams, we got Leggett, we got Ricky Pearsall, we got Quentin Johnston. Man, that's a perfect best ball pick. Elijah Mitchell, Corley. I like that. Got him nice and late in the 20th round. Will Shipley, Isaiah Likely. Good. You got the tandem there. That makes that even better. And Luke McCaffrey and Spencer Rattler. So was there any other QBs? Oh yeah, Drake May. Drake May started the bench depth. So at least you got a couple. I mean, I don't know what Spencer Rattler is going to necessarily do, but at least you got a little bit more QB depth there. So I'm thinking for that, I feel like that's going to be like a B minus for the bench depth. You did really well. Got a really well-rounded bench there. Let's see. Now IDP, where did it start? Foyo, LaCoon, and TJ Watt. I mean, that's a really great start there. Devin Lloyd, I like it. A lot of people, they're sleeping on Devin Lloyd still, but he's super consistent. Been talking about Devin Lloyd ever since he came on as a rookie, and he hasn't really disappointed for the type of value that you get him at. Medalist, super great pick. Ken Murray, so is that number 5? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, it sucks having like Ken Murray almost ruins your starting roster for me. It's because, like, I mean, you just waited, and I get that. I mean, I've been in the habit of waiting as well on IDP. Olakun and TJ Watt and Devin Lloyd. I mean, those guys are definitely, and medalists. I mean, those guys are raising the average. Because of Ken Murray, I'm going to give you a B plus. Had you not had Ken Murray in there and you had someone else, like maybe one pick higher, or maybe someone else instead of Ken Murray, I might have given you an A minus, but I got to bring it down just that much because, like, I hate Ken Murray. He flashed for a couple games last year, but he has been such a disappointment since he's got into the NFL. I was telling people when they drafted, like the way that I was going to be drafting them, you can go back to when they were drafted. It was going to be Patrick Queen. And then I said I liked Jordan Brooks over Ken Murray, and it's because the Chargers always Chargers shit up. They jumped in front of the Ravens to pick Ken Murray, and I just felt like they were going to fuck it up, and I really hope that that's not Colston this year. But it's because they jumped up. That's how I knew that they fucked up. But yeah, I hate Ken Murray. Just to make a short story long. But yeah, B plus for your starters, and Ken Murray is the reason that brought you down to a B plus from an A minus. Jordan Hicks, I mean, he could be good over there with the Browns. Minka Fitzpatrick, always solid. He always had some big games. Edrin Cooper, I mean, he should be a starter from day one, so I could be really good. Dre Greenlaw, I mean, at least you got him later. I've seen him drafted higher, and I'm just nervous about him. Tore his Achilles hella late. And then Joey Bosa, oh, man, whoever gets Joey Bosa almost loses the draft on IDP because he's such a bum, but at least you got him with the 29th pick. Like, if people pick him before if someone picks him before the 28th round, how about that? One of the last 3 rounds, maybe. Okay, you have a couple good games. If they're in the playoffs, maybe it's all right. Feel like if someone picks him, over there before the 28th round, I feel like it's an automatic loss. So Tim said, fuck Ken Murray, take him off my team. Bake said Ken Murray's going to eat in Tennessee. He could, but just go look at like the middle linebackers like in Tennessee in like the recent years. Like, they all disappoint. Like, if you just go look at the middle linebackers specifically in Tennessee, they have not done that good. They have failed a lot of times. So that's why the landing spot made me not like him even more. If he goes out throws 100 solos, I'll fucking buy a Ken Murray jersey, but he ain't fucking doing that. He ain't doing that. And I know 100 solos is like, you know, hard to do, but that's just what I'm saying. Like, he had that potential based on draft capital, and he's been on the exact opposite of the spectrum. Bakes, I keep hearing Quay Walker is wearing the green dot this year. I don't like it when guys get bumped up to the green dot because it adds more work in. And so, like, it's like one other thing that they have to do in addition to everything that they have to do, like on the field. But Quay Walker, hands down, is like the quarterback of that defense right now. I mean, they got a lot of youngsters now, and Quay Walker is the vet. They got rid of a lot of the older guys, like on there, not got rid of, but they just didn't re-sign him. So yeah, I mean, Quay Walker, I mean, every time he gets drafted and how late he gets drafted, I keep bringing it up because like it's such good value. And Rob said Ferguson wide receiver 2 in Dallas, in my opinion. Hey, I mean, and you might be right. I mean, I think it's going to be Brandon Cooks, and I think Ferguson's going to be the third one, you know, like third fiddle, like over there. And I feel like it's because the hype is on him so much that it makes me have to, like, I don't know, like kind of, you know, I got to kind of balance the scales here on a guy like Ferguson. And Rob said, I think in best ball, I'm thinking you don't need to have overdue quarterbacks because you also need one QB every week with Superflex. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have to, I mean, you at least better have one good quarterback. Like, you have to have one good quarterback. But yeah, I mean, then it just depends. How good are your offensive guys? Can one of your offensive guys fill up that 10th spot versus a mediocre quarterback? So I'm with you. Tim says, Rattler have any upside? Carr gets benched. I don't think Carr's getting benched. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people who think that Carr's going to get benched. He's not going to get benched for Rattler. The only way Rattler's coming in is if Carr gets hurt. That's the only way. The upside is there, but it's just more than likely not happening this year. Like, Carr's got to get hurt, and I don't see the Saints like running away with you know, the division to where like they would sit Carr or anything like that. I mean, it is a garbage division like right now, but yeah, just like Rob said, we got to see what he does in the preseason. But yeah, I was way higher on Spencer Rattler pre-draft because when he goes behind a guy like Carr who's getting paid the money that he is, you know, it's not happening without injury. And like Carr's been around. It's not like he's like some, I don't know, like if he would have went to the Giants, like I'd love him way more. He goes to the Broncos, even going to the Broncos. If they would have got him and Bo Nix, like there's a QB competition there. Who knows how much of a competition, but like Carr, as much as everybody hates him, he's a vet in the NFL. He's getting paid a lot to where they're not going to bench him. Like they will not, like for sure they're not going to bench him. And he didn't do shitty enough to like warrant being benched either. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off at here? All right. Did I give a grade for the IDP? I think I gave it a C plus, right? C plus for the IDP. Bench IDP. So all in all, I mean your QBs and your RBs, I mean they're bringing the average up for sure. Wide receiver, I mean pass catchers on your starters, I mean that's bringing the average down. It's bringing the average down a lot, but it's really only two positions at the end of the day, the wide receiver 1 and the wide receiver 2. And you know, maybe you have enough bench depth to where you have decent wide receiver starters, you know, every week, but based on the guys that you drafted, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. How about that? You really bring it back with the IDP though. I mean, you got the B plus on the starters and then the C plus for the bench. So I feel like even though the wide receivers, I feel like is the worst position that you drafted. I mean, just wide receivers. I mean, Andrews is what brought the average even up and kept it around a C or a C minus. I would say that this is like, I feel like even though the wide receivers are your weakness, I feel like I still got to give this a B. Because everything that you did besides the wide receivers really brought it up. And even the other ones, I gave it like a fringe B minus B. Yeah, I feel like the wide receivers, a lot of times they're a little bit easier to get those spots filled. And you drafted enough of them to where like all you need is 2 of them to start every week. So I'm gonna give this one a B. This will be the highest graded team as of now. He's right in the middle, right in the 5 spot. Toyota one said Carr to the Titans. That would suck. That would suck. Because I have Derek Carr in a few leagues, and I'd much rather him be on the Saints than the Titans. I mean, just I know it's going to be totally different without Derrick Henry, but man, I mean, go back. I mean, outside of Tannehill for like that 1 year with AJ Brown, it's been bad for the QBs over there. And Tibbs, I appreciate you. Thanks, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for getting into all these drafts. Thanks for being a 420 crew member, brother. All right, let's see. Who was after Tim? I think it was Song after Tim, right? Yeah, Song. And then Crispy. Where did Song draft out of? There we go. All right. Here we go. Starting it off with the QBs. I mean, Josh Allen and Dak. I mean, that's an A right there, even though people are hating on Dak. He's still upper echelon in fantasy football. So yeah, A for the QBs right there. Here's where we're gonna start getting. I mean, Derrick Henry. I mean, he's up there. He's definitely like a B plus. Could even be an A minus like this year. Zamir White. Song. I want you to explain yourself. Why did you take Zamir White so early? Like I don't think I've seen Zamir White go this early. And you've been around a lot of these drafts. Like you could have got him at the 6'10, might have even been able to get him at the 7'3. So I'm curious why you got him at the 5'3 over guys like Ken Walker, Sergio Mix-a-Lot, Ramondre Stevenson, who just got a bag. So we know that they're going to be using them. Yeah, I'm curious. And Rob said, thanks for the feedback. Tried something different. Tried to pick RBs with high ceiling, so I didn't have to chase the scrubs. I mean, that's one of the things that sucks. Like, I mean, wide receivers, it seems like they're just easier to fill. I mean, like who knows? All right, Song, we're gonna check this real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna look at the last draft just to see where Zamir White went. Let's see if I'm crazy, because that was more of an RB heavy draft. Well, you took him at the 6'1. We got to see a draft that Song wasn't in, because he took him at the 6'1. Let's go. Let's see. Let's look at the slow draft that's going right now. Let's see. So the slow draft that's going on, Zamir White went at the 7-8. That's the number 69 division.
69, dudes.
Let's see. Let me go look at one more. As long as it's not Song drafting, we can see where he's going. Let's see. How about the White Man Can't Jump division? I think we drafted this a week ago. It was either this past Sunday or the Sunday before. Song, you drafted him a week ago at the 8-9. 8-9 he went at a week ago. And so, I mean, I see that you're high on him. 5th round, though, that was doing way too much. That's like Crispy drafting Khalil Mack in the 15th round. I was like, bro, if you're not drafting him in the 15th round, you could draft him in the 20th round. Like same type of thing. And then Crispy had to wait one draft. He's like, I need to see where he gets drafted. If I don't draft him, he got drafted in like the 23rd round. I was like, see, told you. So damn, high expectations, bro. High expectations. 1,400, 10 TDs, 55 receptions. You're the one making the ADP go higher, though, Song. You're the one making the ADP go higher. And so let me see. Look, so those only 2 there. I'm not gonna I gotta downgrade you a little bit. If you would have got Zamir White 7th or 8th round, I mean, that's like a B minus to me. You having to get him in the 5th round, I feel like I gotta call a spade and say you drafted him too early there. So we're gonna give Zamir White a C plus there, combined with Derrick Henry's B plus. That's like B minus, B, like right in that range. And Song said the ADP goes up quick. Yeah, man, you're making the ADP go up. And Will said Zamir White isn't that bad. I had a guy in a startup draft a few years ago draft Eddie Lacy with the 5th overall. I'm not saying that people don't make bad decisions. I'm just saying if you make a bad decision to me, I'm getting my feedback on it. Song knows it's all constructive criticism. I'm not even saying Zamir White isn't going to be good. I'm just saying, like, literally in drafts that were happening, like, nobody drafted him in the 5th round. Nobody. I've never seen him get drafted in the 5th round until now. So I think Song panicked a little bit and was thinking that he couldn't get him at the 6'10". And what I'm saying is I think he could have got him at the 6'10", and I think he could have got him at the 7'3" as well. That's all I'm saying. Because if he gets Zamir White at the 6'10", 7'3", maybe he gets a way better wide receiver, like with that pick. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I still think Zamir White's going to be good. All I'm saying is I think it was a reach. That's it. So yeah, B- for the running backs. You pushed off your wide receivers. I mean, you did get Trey McBride in the 4th. I think that's too early. I mean, Trey McBride, I'm not a super fan of where you have to get him now. I mean, you literally have to get him as a top 3 tight end. The reason why everybody loved him last year is because you got him for free, or in redraft, you got him off of waivers. You know, like that's why everybody loved him so much last year. Now he's got these crazy high expectations, crazy high. Solid flex though, and I mean, this is where you put a lot of your draft capital for sure. Trey McBride, then DK Metcalf, Tank Dell, Ridley, Lad McConkey, and Evan Ingram. I mean, that's super solid all around for the pass catchers. Even my hate towards Trey McBride and where you have to draft him. I mean, at least you backed it up with like 4 solid like pass catching options like after that. And Lad McConkey, I mean, I'm not gonna like give you a higher grade because of him, but can't like downgrade him too much, because if he ends up being a number 1 or 2 option for Herbert this year, like it's gonna be really good for him. I don't know if he's gonna be that, but I know he has the potential to be that. I feel like that's just gonna be a solid B for the pass catchers, because you got a lot of depth there. Trey McBride and Ingram, they definitely have a lot of upside with the tight end premium as well. Let's see. Oh, man, Bryce Young. You know, whoever gets Bryce Young or Danny Pesos is kind of like the loser of the draft. Man, Bryce Young sucks. But I won't downgrade you too much for him, because you got to get a 3rd QB. And QBs went like insanely fast in this one, like insanely fast. Let's see. And then Deontay Johnson. Oh, come on, man. Like, that's the stack you go with. Song. You don't have to try to get super cute with this stuff. I'm just messing with you, though. But yeah, I love talking shit about Deontay Dropson. Gus Edwards and Zeke. I mean, those could be real solid bench pieces for you. I know you love Vidal. You didn't have to draft him that early. You didn't have to draft him that early, Song, but in the 16th, Pat Freiermuth in the 15th. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not liking Freiermuth. I mean, I'm not going to downgrade you because of him, but I really don't like Freiermuth with Russ. Like, we think about Russ, like, when has Russ ever cooked with the tight ends? You know, like, makes me real nervous. Real nervous. I mean, even when Jimmy Graham was over there, like, man, Jimmy Graham, like one of the dopest tight ends like around at the time, and like nothing. Song said DJ is gonna get volume. Trust me, like whatever volume you think he's gonna get, he's not gonna get it. Like, he's really not. Like, he's not gonna be a 10 target like type of guy. Like, he's 10 targets a game. Like, I don't even think he's gonna be a 20% like target market share guy. Like, I think he's gonna have to work to get 15%, because like he's not like a crazy route runner. Like, he's probably gonna be like, I'm gonna say 11 to 14% target market share. Like, if you're in 15 or more, like, I mean, that's, you know, at least wide receiver 3, like fantasy football, like territory. Like, I don't think he's going to be a wide receiver 3. Like, I really don't. And Jamie says, Crispy in the chat, he just auto picked in Bill and Ted. He's up next for the grade. Let me know if you like to pick Crispy, or if you want me to remove it, because he was here drafting with us. What Toyota one says, saw someone pick Kenny Pickett in the first round of a best. What? A paid best ball draft, like Underdog, or like what? I wonder if that is that just for like the clickbait shock value? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Song said hit or miss. DJ's good for best ball. He is. I'm still gonna talk trash about him though. Still gonna talk trash about him, bro. Toyota one. We were talking about this earlier. Bronny to the Lakers, talking about how trash they are. Like I knew they were gonna do this after they drafted, not drafted, after they hired JJ Redick. You knew they were gonna do something stupid like this because they're just doing anything they can to keep LeBum happy. Oh man. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off at? Vidal, Josh Palmer, very nice. I mean, at least you got the tandem like over there because one of those guys should be the number one. Maybe both of them are the number 1 and 2. I think Palmer's a really good like type of value in these best ball drafts. And then you went all IDP. I like it until the end, and you got who the hell is this guy? Oh, Sion Vaki. Was he like a 5th rounder? And Song said Muth looking good during I mean everybody looks good in OTAs. Everybody does. You know why? People are going half speed. Nobody's hitting each other yet. Like all this kind of stuff. Like if you don't look good in OTAs, you're trash and you don't deserve to be a starter in the NFL. Like Quentin Johnston, remember how trash he looked last year at like every step of the way, like every step of the way. And like, look at how he looked during the season, just straight trash. All right. Oh, he's for the new kickoff return. Okay, we'll see. Hey, he ends up being some crazy kick return. You know what? The best ball doesn't have kick return points. I didn't add it like fast enough, and we already started drafting. So next year will be the first year that we started, but it's because the rule change and everything came after we started drafting, the announcement of the rule change. So yeah, don't draft anybody based on like kick return stuff only, because it's not it hasn't been added this year. Next year it will be, but the rule change happened after we started draft, or the announcement of the rule change happened after we started drafting. So I felt like we couldn't do it because there are people who might have drafted different based on that. And Will said, didn't they say Khalil Herbert was trash in OTAs last year? Could be cut. I mean, Khalil Herbert could be cut. Like, I mean, new regime. It's not like he's really done like too much, you know, like, I mean, a whole lot of nothing. And then you go out and you get, what's his name? Swifty over there. And I know that Swift gets hurt a lot, but I don't know. I mean, they have, I mean, I don't know. Like Swift didn't get hurt last year because he's behind like one of the best lines, you know, in especially one of the best, like better rushing lines. And now he's on one of the worst, I feel. And Jamie, I know. See, Roshan, like I'm ready for Roshan. Like that would be good. And he said, rumors are that that they could trade Herbert. I mean, what would they even trade it? Like, what do you even trade for a guy like Herbert? Like, that's what I don't like. Who would trade for him? Like, even a 7th rounder. Like, I feel like I would rather just have the 7th rounder as an NFL team. Like, they're probably just gonna cut him. Like Will said, if he's not looking good. All right, let's see. Let's get over to IDP for Song's team. Where'd you start with IDP? Pushed it off. Jordan Brooks, Christian Harris, Brisker, Witherspoon, Josie Jewell. I mean, that's super fire right there. Maybe Witherspoon's the only one who I think you know, is a little out of place in the not that he shouldn't be drafted there, but I feel like I just want to get a guy like him later. He's a little hit or miss, and everyone else you have is like super consistent like type of player. So I'm gonna give that a B plus. I'll bring it down just a little bit for Witherspoon, and then Cashman, very nice and late. Duggar, very nice. Quinnen Williams, solid. Bentley, I mean, that's great value right there at the 26. See, I like Landry, and Landry's not a middle linebacker. Like, that's another thing. Like, he's like an outside linebacker. So, I mean, that's why he's been doing way more solid than any of the interior guys that they've had over there. And Bland, you got him nice and late. I mean, that's, you know, guy like him needs to get drafted nice and late as good bench depth. If he even has half the interceptions for returns that he had last year, that would still be like an amazing year for a DB. And Jordan Battle, I mean, we're talking, I'm surprised nobody else drafted him when I was talking about it, how I like Jordan Battle even more this year than last year, because of Dax Hill getting moved to to an exterior cornerback position. And Jordan Battle has given us a shout out.
What's up, guys? I'd like to shout out Alex, Fantasy Football Hustler, and the 420 crew. I also like to let you guys know that defensive players matter too. So get into the IDP league with the Hustler so you can drive players like myself. Let them know, man. Defensive players matter, man. And we make plays just as much as the offense.
Let's see if he goes and makes some more plays this year than he did last year. I'm assuming he will. I mean, the reason why they're moving Dax Hill has to be because of a guy like Jordan Battle. Like, why would you move him? So, bench IDP depth. I'm gonna give that a B for the bench IDP depth. I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, a lot of depth over there. And yeah, so that's definitely bringing it up. Will said fucking shout out from Battle. I'm so drafted him. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, Battle's the man. And Rob, so I don't have a team. Like ever since the San Diego Chargers moved to LA, I became a free agent. I don't cheer for any team specifically. Just makes it more fun for fantasy football and makes it a lot better for betting because I literally have no bias when it comes to that. Same with the fantasy football. I'm not biased towards players based on teams that I like. I feel like that's one thing that really, really hinders fantasy football analysts. And I'll even a guy like damn, what's that guy, Brad Evans, even a guy like him, I couldn't listen to him anymore. I mean, this is going back years now. I could not listen to him because if it was a Chicago Bear guy, he was automatically going to be in the top 12. And it's just like, come on, man, like you got to be that much of a homer. And so yeah. Will said Hush just hopes everyone has fun. I want every game to be like 55 to 54 because that would mean amazing things for offensive fantasy football players, IDP, defensive players, like all of that. Like if there's just games where there's just airing it out, everybody's scoring an insane amount of points. That'd just be so good for all fantasy football players like around. It just make it so much more fun. Yeah, Will said I hate Brad Evans. Yeah, I mean, he's a tool. You know, he's a tool. I mean, I don't even know if he smokes weed. I know he's a super alcoholic, you know, with all his tequila Thursdays and all that. And but even that seems like a shtick to me. Like, you're like 50 years old, bro. Like, get out of here. Like, are you really an alcoholic like anymore? You're still playing this shtick to like try to be cool. Like, I'll be here actually smoking weed. You guys know that I'm with the 420 crew.
Smoke weed every day.
All right, Song. So all in all, I mean, you're what's it called? Willpower said Matthew Berry's a closet alcoholic as well. I believe it. I believe it. You could see when he's got that random like redness on his face, like you know that he had a shot or two before he got on there, trying to keep it a secret. So yeah, QB's definitely bringing up the average. Running backs, I mean, they maintain the average. I mean, well, they didn't maintain it, but they're not bringing it down much. Very, very solid with the wide receivers. I mean, they even brought the average up for me compared to the running backs. Your IDP was on point all around. Yeah, I feel like so even though I nitpicked that Song, I still feel like this is like the most well-rounded like team. I mean, talking from top to bottom. I mean, we have 15 starters that were starting and then all the bench as well. This is like a B, a solid B, and kind of even fringing on like a B plus like here as well. So like, yeah, even me nitpicking at Song's players that he drafted in the 4th and the 5th round, I still think as of now, this is the highest grade that I'm giving everyone. That's fringing on a B plus. Song's always doing good in these drafts, and Song's in a shitload of them. So Song said he's winning it. He already declared it that he's the winner. He told me to already send him the check that he's got this one won. All right, here we go. Crispy. Song and Crispy easily have the most teams out of everybody. That's for sure. Appreciate you guys getting in a bunch of these, and I know they're really trying to take home the glory, and because this is no easy tournament to win. It is so hard to win this tournament. The first year, we had 120 teams. Second year, we doubled it. We got to 240. Last year, we had 888 teams because we were trying to rival Underdog as much as we could. 888 teams. You know how many teams we already have in the tournament this year, and we still have July and August to draft? We got damn near 888 teams in right now. We are very close to filling up the first 74 divisions. We this is number 71 that we're doing. And then what'd you say? Hit? H-I-T. Song says stop. That much you already gave me the money. Super funny. Super fun. Let's see. And here we go with Crispy. Starting it off with Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I feel like I got to give that an A. Jared Goff definitely still warrants an A with his trajectory in Amon-Ra St. Brown for sure. And then you got a different Brown over there. You got AJ Brown over there. And that's a good start for the pass catchers. AJ Brown, Travis Kelce is ultimate value. Like, I can't believe you guys let Travis Kelce slip to Crispy at the 4-7. I knew he wasn't going to get past Crispy. Someone was watching in the chat too. They're like, has Travis Kelce been drafted? And we're like right at the end of the third. And I was like, nope. He always goes in the third, though. I've seen him go in the second. It's like, I bet he's going any second now. Didn't get past Crispy. And then Christian Kirk, TJ Hawkinson. And yep, and that's it. I mean, I don't know how I don't give that at least a B+ like there, because I mean, Christian Kirk, even as a number 2, going to be super solid. And then you got Kelce and Hawkinson with the tight end premium. So yeah, that's going to be super solid. I'm going to give that a B+ for the pass catchers. And then at least on the starters. And then we got for the running backs, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, James Conner, and B-Rob the Mob. Hey, Zach in the house, Bake Bros 710. What up? What up? If you're in the Minneapolis area, hit him up. It's got the fire for you. Let's see. What would I give that foursome of running backs there? Because definitely not an A. I feel like that's like a solid B, though. Like, and you got the depth there. And man, I mean, getting Brian Robinson so late. Like, I mean, I'm seeing him go in the 10th round, 11th round so many times, slipped all the way to the 13th. I mean, had to prioritize the QBs, did it the right way. Man, Crispy just came up on a lot of value in this one. I feel like people were slacking a little bit. Let Crispy come up a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna give that. It's like B- or B. Like that's where I'm living on that. And I feel like I'm gonna give it a B because of the depth. Like if you only had Mixon, Aaron Jones, and James Conner, I might have given it a B-. But because you got B-Rob like so late, like as well, I feel like I'm gonna give that like a B, just on the value there. And then bench offense, we got Gardner Minshew, we got Tyler Lockett, we got McMillan, Henry, Jacoby Brissett, Carson Wentz, Hendon Hooker. Man, Crispy's always getting that insurance, man. I know Crispy, like, he used to tell us, you know, AARP. It's the way to go. Aflac, it's the way to go. And now it's QB insurance is the way to go. Crispy always spends like one of his last picks like on some QB insurance. So Crispy's doing best ball the right way because, you know, I mean, Minshew could be a good third QB, but Mahomes and Goff, you hope that guys like that just stay healthy all the way. And if they do get hurt, at least you got their backups, even though they're nowhere close to what they are. So let's see. So we're gonna give Crispy for that. I feel like I got to pull it up to a B- with this. I mean, not the bench. I don't think I've ever graded the bench higher than a B because like I feel like I can't, even though it is bench depth. And yeah, super solid, man. Crispy's acting like he's played in a best ball league or two, I'll tell you. And Bake said, Flack. More like life alert. Baked Bros, this Sunday is going to be the next best ball draft. This Sunday, 5 p.m. West Coast time. And oh, dang it. You know what? I got something I'm doing on Sunday. Dang it. I wanted to be in that one also. Dang it. I totally forgot. Now I have something going on Sunday. I think we're still going to get it going. I may just be doing things on the road. And we'll see if maybe if people are down to move the draft up a little bit. Just because this one's Surf Ninjas, man. I love Surf Ninjas. My favorite 90s movie of all time. All right, let's see. Where does the IDP kick in? Terrell Bernard and Bobby Okereke. Man, that's a chef's kiss right there on those two to start. Antoine Winfield, hella solid. Montez Sweat, I like him. Could have got him way later. Tremaine Edmonds, I like him. Probably could have got him way later. Not going to downgrade you too much for those, but I feel like that's going to be sticking around to B+. I can't give it an A because of Montez Sweat and Tremaine Edmonds, but Terrell Bernard, Barbie Okereke, and Winfield definitely on that A level for me right now. And bench depth. Shit. I mean, man, I would have picked Eric Kendricks above Tremaine Edmonds just because it's way more style points, man. Eric Kendricks gonna be so good this year. I feel it, man. I feel it. And I got Dax Hill, super nice. Buda Baker, very nice. Got Khalil Mack, and look, Crispy's staying disciplined and not drafting him in the 16th round or 15th round anymore because nobody's going to draft Khalil Mack that high for his one game that he's going to do good against the Raiders. So he got him in the 22nd round. Smart man. L'Jarius Sneed in the 24th round. It's crazy because I always draft L'Jarius Sneed higher than that because he is going to kill it, especially on the Titans. He is going to kill it. But yeah, Crispy did it the right way. 24th round. Then Richie Grant, Caden Ellis, solid depth there. Feel like I'm gonna give that a B for the bench depth. That's on the IDP. I mean, that's solid from top to bottom. If there is a weakness, it's only Caden Ellis for the depth. So all in all, man, I mean, I feel like Crispy, like he killed this draft. Like it's good, so many guys that got at value and everything's well-rounded. I mean, even Christian Kirk, like that might be the weakest spot out of your starting spots, like not the what's it called, not including flexes. That's not that bad. And you got Travis Kelce, and I mean, as one of your three flexes, like, yeah, I feel like a lot of people fucked up and let Crispy get a really good team. I feel like I got to give Crispy a B+, like on this team. I know he wants to give me to give him an F because I've always said it's not going to be a team that I says is good that wins this tournament. It never is. It's always going to be a team that I shit on that ends up winning this tournament somehow. So Crispy doesn't even want me to grade him high. But yeah, out of all these teams that I've read off so far, Crispy's the highest score I'm giving. I'm giving a B+ onto this one. And it is because of like how many late like steals he got. Like I feel like Crispy went perfectly with the way that the draft was kind of going, because I even called him out. I was like, Jared Goff, that was super Jared Goff, that super high pick. He went like the 5th round in the other one. And then you look how high, I mean, Aaron Rodgers went like the 6th or the 7th. Matt Stafford, I think, went in the 6th or something in the last one. So it's like, yeah, the Crispy was pretty water with this. He said, give that man an A for absent father. Oh, man. Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair. Oh, man. That is so funny. Crispy, you're the man. And damn, Crispy and Song, I mean, it's not surprising that those were two of the better graded teams. I mean, because these guys are on a mission. They're on a mission. And Big Bros, Crispy always sniping me when I'm next to him in these drafts. I mean, that's the thing. Crispy's always sniping everybody. Look at the kind of value that he was getting in this. Like, I mean, I said he overreached on Goff, but not for this draft, like specifically. Crispy just, you know, like really not trying to inflate Crispy's ego because, yeah, right here, buddy, right there. But man, this was a really good drafted team. Like it really was. I've never like talked about how good Crispy's draft is either, but I feel like he got so many people at like good value. That's what makes me like it more. And that makes it rigged. All right, where's Bees? Bees, you still in the kitchen whipping some stuff up? We're going to give you a grade. And this is number 6. Or wait, no, where's Ghost Monkey? Ghost Monkey, you still in here? Did Ghost Monkey tell me to grade him? I think Ghost Monkey was going to be after 5th. Ghost Monkey, you still in here? Let me know if you are. Man, I was going super slow. That was like an hour ago, he said grade. We've been talking a lot for these grades. I mean, this is kind of the most fun part, though, of the draft is the grades. So, yeah, Ghost Monkey, let me know if you're still in here. We'll do yours first. If not, well, actually, we'll just do it either way. He'll come back and watch it, I'm sure. So, Ghost Monkey, he's doing, let's see, wide receivers first, and looks like pretty heavy in the top 10 rounds with wide receivers. Chase, London, Diggs. And this is the first time I saw Diggs drafted above Nico. And all right, Ghost Monkey still here. Here we go. Devonta Smith, Terry McLaurin. Feel like he got really good value on the wide receivers. And I think everyone was going so heavy on QBs that left a lot of value out there for the wide receivers and the running backs. And I mean, he took advantage of it on the wide receiver side of things for sure. I mean, those 4 being starters, I feel like I can't give it an A, but I feel like that's no lower than an A-. Like, I mean, there's a lot of depth there. I mean, you got 5 guys who are, I mean, going to be very solid on like a week-to-week basis. I'm going to give that an A-. I'm gonna give that an A for the pass catchers because I kind of like all 5 guys, like top to bottom as well, and for where you got them. Maybe Diggs, I like getting him a little bit later, but 5'11" is not bad. So yeah, I'm gonna give that an A for the pass catchers there. And I mean, really, it's only wide receivers in this case, and then QBs, Burrow and Geno. I mean, Burrow, he's like a B+. Like, I mean, he's really like an A- player to me, like right now. Geno, though, I mean, Geno's like, he's still got the weapons for this year. He's still like a B-, like to me right now. So I think I'm gonna give that a B+ for the QBs. I mean, only the starters. Let's see what the bench depth. But yeah, I mean, Geno, it's the cast of characters that he has over there. I mean, he might still have the best wide receiver trio like in the NFL right now. So I mean, I know a lot of people talk shit about Geno, but that's good late value, and I feel like I can't lower Burrow that much because of Geno. So yeah, we're gonna be B+ for the QBs. Running backs, though, I mean, that's where things get a little sketchy for sure, because you got Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb, and Zach Moss. I mean, I know a lot of people are kind of high on Zach Moss. I mean, I feel like you drafted him in a decent spot. I mean, last spot on the starters, you know, that's probably where you got to get him around the 10th round. I can't grade it super up because of Nick Chubb, because what if he misses a bunch of games at the beginning? I love getting Nick Chubb. So I'm not mad at it. You just have nothing in front of him besides Jacobs. So I feel like the running backs, It's not horrible like at all. I really feel like I'm gonna give that a B minus, like maybe even fringing on a C plus, like right there. Just because if Chubb doesn't start at the beginning of the season, maybe that hinders some stuff. So really, just because of the injury, I got to downgrade Chubb a tiny little bit. Even though I love him, I mean, look where we're drafting. We're drafting him in the 8th round. He comes back and is any kind of like normal Nick Chubb from the past. I mean, shit, Nick Chubb could be a league winner, this year, but got to come back. I mean, there's big asterisk on is he going to come back and kill it. But yeah, still either way, B minus, maybe even a C plus, but either way, I mean, the offense, you did really good, like on the offense for sure. Bench depth, Javonte Williams, I mean, it is what it is. Chase Brown, I mean, at least you got both Cincy guys. See, that makes me like your bench a little bit more now that I saw it. Jalen Wright, Michael Lloyd, it's Michael, right? Or Marshawn Lloyd, there you go. Marshawn Lloyd, Cole Kmet, kind of blah. Sam Howell, at least you got the backup. Makes me like the bench a little bit more when you're doing things to give yourself the insurance. Burton, I mean, that could be a good late pick. I mean, a lot of people, especially with Tyler Boyd out of there, like maybe you could sneak in. I don't think the tight ends are going to be a thing over there. So maybe Burton could slide in, like be that second half, rookie wide receiver that people are picking up on waivers because it's actually like, wide receiver 3 territory, wide receiver 2 territory in random weeks. Chig, I don't think he's gonna be shit this year. DJ Chark, I talked about it. I mean, that's a random dart throw at the end, but not a lot of people in front of him that are worth a shit at the wide receiver position, and it's Herbert, so that could be a good late pick. And then Browning, I mean, you're just, doing your thing, getting your QB insurance. I'll never be mad at QB insurance in the 30th round. You got to have a little QB insurance just in case. And so I think all in all, wait. We didn't even do defense. I just know that he has, I know your defense is fucking legit because I've been reading them out along the way as well. Josh Allen on the Jags, Bobby Wagner, Joker, Brian Branch, Devin White. I mean, that's fire for the IDP right there. I'm gonna give that an A minus for the IDP. I can't give it a straight up A, but I will give that an A minus for the IDP because that's hitters at all 5. And Brian Branch, I mean, I think we all expect him to take a little bit of a leap in his second year after what we saw in year 1. So yeah, and Devin White, I feel like he's gonna kill it like over there in Philly. People are gonna try to run on Philly and keep the ball away. Devin White's gonna get hella tackles like he always has done. Maybe he gets it, man. I would like to see him get back to the form where he's getting like 3 INTs like in a year. That would be sweet. I mean, 1 to 2, that's all right. You get to 3, it's like that's just a different level. Not a lot of linebackers are getting 3+, and I know he can get back there. Let's see, IDP depth: Christian Wilkins, Brian Burns. I mean, it was super great late IDP picks. Dallas Turner, yeah. Rashawn Gary, yeah. Divine Diablo, pretty solid. I'm gonna give that a C+ because of Wilkins and Burns. The other guys kind of blah. But all in all, I feel like Ghost Monkey had a really, really well-rounded draft here. I mean, the wide receivers and QBs definitely raising the average. The IDP starters raising the average. I mean, I think all of those were, averaging out as a B+, A-. Running backs bring it down for sure. And IDP depth, I mean, kind of brings it down, but man, I mean, Ghost Monkey's not playing around, man. I think that this is a B+ team, like as well. Crispy said losers. You asshole. Bakes at my boys, building the Lego Millennium Falcon. I forgot you got that. Like, man, bro, can I tell you that like getting your son the Lego Millennium Falcon is fucking dope. All right, Bees is over there. Bees is on Rumble. Got you. You're next, bro. That's fucking dope. Like that is dope. Like Noble, he's super spoiled with the Legos, but no fucking way in hell am I getting him the Millennium Falcon. Not yet. I know your boy's like 15 or 16, right? But yeah, that's super fucking dope. And he said he's on bag number 5, 1351. Wait, is that the big one or is that the new one? Yeah, that's fucking dope, Bakes. I mean, either way, even if that is the one that's a little bit of the smaller one, still okay, it's the new one. Either way, so that's not the $800 one, but that one's still a dope. That one's still a dope piece. And either way, like feeding the Lego addiction is not easy. It's not easy. Legos are very, very expensive. I think Bees, our man Bees Barbarian says into the Legos, right? Like, man, I think he has the I think he said he has the Titanic and was working on building that. Man, I would love to have the Titanic. That looks like such a fun build, but it's so fucking big. It's like 4 feet wide or like some shit like that. Like, where the hell do you even put that thing? Like, need to like literally build a shelf like in your house just to house it. But such a work of art. And Song said, Crispy, he said, let's just split the winnings. He said, not. Good draft, crew. All right, Bees, you're next, bro. Let's see. All right, let's see how this worked out for Bees, because he said he was all over the place, running all around and everything. And he said, risking life and limb. Risking life and limb for the draft. Hold on one sec, guys. B said, yeah, I got all types of Legos. I've not been working on them since got a bit dinged up in early construction. I know how that goes. Well, hey, if you ever want to sell any of those Legos at any kind of a discount because they're opened, I'm so down to like buy anything and like turn them into Lego videos. Like if that's a thing, All right, here we go. Let's do a bowl for Bees and the Wafers crew. Go follow Wafers if you guys have IG. It's Wafers Official, WAFERZ Official on Instagram. They always have good content for the weed smokers, that's for sure. And if you're in Cali, just go search for Wafers at whatever dispensary you're at. See if they're there, because yeah, it's the shit. All right. Oh man, so I'll let you house them for a while. Oh man, I would love that. That'd be fucking legit. That would be legit. Because Wafers Official would get all the credit. For it. That's for sure. All right. So here we go with Bees' squad. And let's see. I mean, went Jefferson first. So we'll go with the pass catchers first here. Went Jefferson, then kind of pushed it off. But then Evans, Higgins. Man, Higgins is going so late. Like, Higgins is one of those picks where, like, I mean, you look just last year, he's going in the 4th and the 5th round. What changed from then until now, other than kind of like, you know, the franchise tag and shit like that? So I think Higgins is like, he's one of the guys that I'm really going to be targeting like as much as I can with like in redraft, like specifically because we're going to get him so late. Like, I just don't understand how the hate is like has brought him down like 3 rounds. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, I mean, nice start right there at the top 3. And then JSN, Hollywood, and Romeo Dub. So all of them would be in the starters there for the pass catchers, because he mixed in Watson and he'd be a bench player. I mean, that the wide receivers are dope. I feel like I almost can't give it an A-, but I mean, this is a solid B+ for the wide receivers, though, for sure. Like, solid B+. Running backs, Gibbs and Stevenson, those are the only 2. I'm gonna give that a B. I mean, there's no depth there. So like that B could turn into an F real quick with like 1 injury, but we'll see how you did on your bench with the bench depth. And QBs, I mean, Trevor Lawrence and Herbert, I feel like as much hate like that's going on with those guys. They're going to be throwing so much that I got to make this, like, I got to make that tandem like a B, maybe even a B plus, like for that tandem for sure. So, I mean, the offense, I mean, all around, I mean, you killed it on the offense. Let's see how, at least on the offensive starters, let's go check the depth. And I mean, I see running backs right at the beginning. So at least you addressed the depth for sure. Cause I would have downgraded the offense had you not addressed the depth. And got Miller, got Pierce. I don't know how Pierce is going to be, but hopefully he does better than what he did last year, at least being like, you know, I don't think he's going to be the 1B, but let's see if he gets what kind of volume he gets being like the backup over there. Roshan, we talked about how, I mean, that could be a good late pick. Like right there, got him in the 20th round. Rashad Bateman, I'm going to call you a homer every time I see Rashad Bateman drafted. It's best ball, so I'm not mad at it, especially when we're throwing darts. Trey Palmer, yeah. Bigsby, yeah. Gainwell, man. I mean, you get him in the 29th round, and it's like maybe he has one or two good games. Yeah, maybe he has one or two good games. Jalen Tolbert, I mean, that could be good. That could be good, but I mean, 30th round, nothing too crazy. Got Joe Flacco like in the mix as well. Oh, and you got Watson. Forgot about him because he was so high there on the list.
Hello, ladies.
And so, I mean, because of Watson, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. I mean, anytime you have like a solid QB starter, I'm always going to bring up the bench depth a little bit. And I feel like your RB depth helps me bring that up a little bit. There's like a C plus, but almost fringing on a B minus there. You got a lot of blah in there, but it is the bench and we are just throwing darts. So yeah, it's like a solid C plus or B minus for the bench depth there. And then let's see IDP. TJ Edwards, very nice. Quincy Williams, probably drafted him too high, but I mean, he warrants the pick. Quay Walker, probably drafted him too high because I think you got him in like the 18th or 19th round last time. People are kind of waiting on him, but he warrants the pick. Very solid. Azeez Al-Shaair, I like him way more going to the Texans than where he was originally, so I love that pick. And then Frankie Louvu, I mean, hella solid. Man, I mean, I feel like this is an A minus like squad to me, like right there for the IDP. I mean, very, very top heavy. Like all these guys could like easily average 20 points a game, like for any kind of stretch of the season. So yeah, that's an A minus right there. It was a little bit top heavier. I might have given it an A, but A minus, very, very solid core. Trey Walker, I mean, shit, that's like a waste of a pick. I'm almost downgrading you for getting Trey Walker there. But you made up for it by getting Mad Buki. Yeah, Trey Walker, everybody who's listening right now, don't fucking draft him. He sucks. Like, he's not lived up to expectations. He never should have been the number one draft pick. He sucks. He's maybe we get a third year break out of him, but I've never seen it. I've never seen it at any point of anything that he's doing with any kind of tape in the NFL that I would ever want to house him on IDP. So just, he's like the Danny Pesos of IDP. Don't draft him. Don't draft him. Jalen Pitre. I mean, see, you're making good picks to back it up. Trenton Simpson, man, tell me something good about Trenton Simpson. Like, did they get rid of Patrick Queen for Trenton Simpson? Is he really gonna go into this role like Patrick Queen? Like, for my shares of him, I really hope so. I want to believe in my heart because he was one of those guys when he was a rookie. Very, 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 very high on him, for sure. And it looks like that's it for the bench depth. Trey Walker brings it down. He really does. He really does. It would have been a B minus had you not had Trey Walker. I got to give it a C plus. Got to give it a C plus. Man, Bees did really good. He did really good. That's one of the things that's kind of tough about these leagues also is like, there's no bums in here drafting. So like everyone you have to be on point with like everything that you're doing. I feel like Bees was like, man, I mean, the offense, all of the offense is bringing the average up. I mean, shit, the IDP is bringing the average up. I mean, this is another B plus team, like right here. I haven't seen a team good enough to grade an A minus, like overall. Just because I feel like we got to have like 4 people in the league who don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's like, you know, maybe it's like the first time they've ever drafted or something, to where like guys will just get like crazy value on players. But yeah, I feel like Bees doesn't have too many weaknesses, you know. I mean, the RBs, I mean, obviously it falls off a cliff, you know, but at least you got a lot of value. And I'm not grading anybody based on anyone potentially getting hurt. Like that's like another thing. Like I wanted to make I know last year, like I kind of like maybe we'd grade people a certain way because like, oh, this motherfucker is gonna get hurt or whatever. But nah, I mean, I'm not gonna grade people like that based off of you know, at this point in the season. Let me see here. Let's see if I can open this up all the way. We'll see how much of the draft board people can see here. There we go. Big chunk of the draft board there. There we go. All right. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. Hey, everybody on Twitter, aka X, throw in the comments so we know you're not all fake people over there. There was 5 dozen people watching for the longest times. Now it's like 8 dozen people that are watching on Twitter. No comments though. No comments. What's going on? What's going on? And B said, I figured a lot of dart throws could make up for a lack of depth. For sure. And I can't grade the dart throws super high. But yeah, I mean, you did what you did to fill any kind of void that you may have had. And he said, and I think Simpson's gonna step up. I really hope so. I really hope so. Because I've always had high hopes for him, even with Roquan and Patrick Queen over there at one point. Good stream, guys. we did a lot more grades today. I think we're about an hour, almost an hour and a half of grades. I think we did almost as much time on the grades as we did with the draft itself. We had half the draft. Get grades. Appreciate you guys rocking with me. So we got a draft coming on Sunday. Right now it's scheduled for 5 p.m. West Coast time. I may try to change that though, and see if we can bump it up, because I something came up today that I found out about. So we're gonna be going to MGM Grand on Sunday. It's a family friend. One of their it's his 21st birthday, so we got to go out. You know, we're not gonna go too crazy, but you know, bring some dabs over there. I told him I'd bring some money for him to do play a little bit of blackjack. And it's crazy because it's like a family friend, I think, who's been dealing with cancer since he was like 7 or 8 years old, like something like that. Seems like it's been that long. And I don't even think anybody, including him, thought that he was going to live to 21, as much as he's been dealing with cancer. And because I mean, it's like he's they kill it, goes into remission, and then it fucking just comes back. And so yeah, we're gonna make sure you know, get him a couple drinks in his system, smoke a bunch of dabs, get him a couple hands of blackjack, and yeah, should be a good time. But we're still got a draft though. I'll just be doing everything remotely, like from my phone. So it is going to be a good time for sure. Let me shout out the producers of the show one more time before we get out of here, because I appreciate you guys, all of our 420 Crew Patreon members, all of our All Access members, our Elite members, our Ultimate members, our Superstar members. Appreciate all of you guys. Big salute from me to you, and we will catch you tomorrow morning. Elevated Sports Talk, and we're bringing that should be starting around 8-ish West Coast time. We'll see you guys there. Peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.